Warning: the No AC Only Fans podcast may include content not suited for non-mature audiences who can't take a joke. We would like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Enjoy.
Welcome in to the No AC Only Fans podcast with your host, Tyler Gumpf, a.k.a. Big Crispy. Yes. I got my man sitting across the table. He's single. He's disease-free. No VD at all. But you could be the girl to give it to him. My boy, my co-host, Christian Klein.
I don't think I like what you said just there.
Well, that sucks to suck. And then we got my man sitting to my right. He's the myth himself, the Irish Italian stallion. This man's got pussy on demand, Tony Columbini.
That's not really true. It's not on demand. I'm married and happily married, and I enjoy being around my friends here this evening. And now, Christian Klein, I think he has a few diseases. I don't think they can fix the ones they have. He has.
I don't think he's gotten checked ever. Have you?
No, but I think I'm good.
You might have some diseases. All right.
Well, you're definitely good when you don't even date. When's the last time working? We all work. When's the last time you actually had a date, Christian?
Well, what would you consider
and
a date?
We're not talking your hand.
What would you actually consider a date?
With a woman or a man?
Not taking home a random chick from the bar?
An actual date. Well, if that's what you consider an actual date, I think it's been a while.
Yeah, that's what we're getting at.
So what?
A date. Okay, see, just once again.
It's a new generation now, buddy. We don't really go on dates.
You should.
Yeah,
as Big Crispy said, the man, the myth, the legend, that doesn't get dates.
He did not say that.
That is true.
No, maybe he didn't.
All right.
But go ahead, Big Chris. What you got
Let's
for
get
us?
into this. I want to start off, I would like to thank God for creating these beautiful women in TikTok. All these TikTok thoughts out here just literally drive me wild. I cannot get on that app for like 5 minutes or less. It has to be easily a half an hour to an hour. I get stuck on that thing, and all other priorities go out the damn window.
Because you're always big simping.
I am big. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to change my name from Big Crispy to Big Simpin'.
I mean, Ronald McDonald gets you excited. I mean, come on, Crispy.
Hey, you ain't wrong, but I'm gonna go with Wendy's there because
Wendy?
The McDonald's done me wrong a little bit. Okay. Listen.
Had to bring up the fat jokes, didn't you, douchebag?
It wasn't a fat joke. It was just a food joke. Dateless and hopeless.
Okay, all right.
When they got rid of the what was it, that sriracha, the sweet chili McChicken, when they got rid of that, you done fucked the menu.
Well, I'm sure you can find that on TikTok somewhere.
Hey, right between somebody's ass cheeks, probably.
It's all ass.
All ass.
Ass, and political comedy.
Yeah.
Which I'm all right with all of.
But then you got
I
them
like to thank
weirdos
Crispy
on there.
and Christian for inviting me on their little cast tonight.
Of course.
I'm like trying to come back and show up every now and then.
Yeah, we definitely got to have you as a regular guest.
Sure.
I'm sorry, but we're going to have to go back to y'all's jokes.
Oh, here we go with
shit.
jokes.
We're going to have to go back to that because I'm actually a pretty respectable man. No, I'm just kidding, but
You definitely got
hey, I
jokes.
have good intentions. That's what somebody told me one time. They said you have a good heart and good intentions, which basically means I fuck up a lot.
Good intentions to
Well, it's
get
not
in their
fucking
pants.
up. It's just your intentions weren't as good as you thought they were going to be.
Or maybe they weren't good depending on how they view it. But maybe how I view it, maybe it was good.
Well, who are we talking about viewing it?
I don't know, anybody.
The women that you're not dating?
Just like the way I view a cheeseburger and the way Big Crispy views a cheeseburger may be a little bit different.
Hey, you get the right toppings on that motherfucker. I might just
You know
nut
what,
in my
Crispy?
pants.
You know what? I'm with you on that one. You know, the toppings on a hamburger makes a big difference.
Exactly. But I'm more of a chicken sandwich guy. I love me some chicken.
Yeah.
Just that juicy white meat. Reminds me of them booties on TikTok. Just wobble, wobble, wobble.
Say that again.
Wobble, wobble, wobble. It's got me messed up,
funny.
like I said. And then you got, there's actually some decent TikToks, some more educational stuff, I guess, that you learn. But then you got them weird-ass families. I saw this family earlier today. They, everybody in the comments were, basically, oh, these guys are sleeping together. And the mother-in-law, she's good, easy, 300-plus pound woman, on top of her son-in-law with his shirt in his underwear, shirt off in his underwear, riding him and spanking his butt. And everybody's just trolling her in the comments. And I'm like, who thinks this is acceptable to upload?
Was this sent from the Carolinas?
It might be.
Go fuck
Alabama.
yourself.
Hey, you get a little freak down there.
Well, no. What about that one TikTok that's out everywhere? That little trend where it's like, I tried this on my stepbrother.
Oh,
Hey, stepbro, blase, blase. Basically, I want to turn this into something else, and this stepbrother's always like, come in my room before mom and dad get home.
well, that's true. I mean, you know what's weird? I think incest relationships like that are way more common than we think. I feel like
wow, you're going deep there, Chris.
Well, because I think in the Europeans, in Europe and stuff, that's really common. If you look it up, it's probably really, really common.
Well,
and I think it happens a lot more than we do. And I'm sure it happens to those people on TikTok. It comes into the point where they try to pull the trend off, and then it goes through. What are you going to do if your sister's a 10, your stepsister's a 10? You don't have blood relation to her.
Well, yeah, okay, but that's different. You didn't say that. You said family.
Yeah.
Yeah, my stepsister, if she's a 10, she's a potential.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait. Well, what about that story Mark told us about? He was going to hunt some land in West Virginia, and he goes
Neighbor
up
Mark?
to, and he goes up to the house, and I guess some little looking thing, pulled the drape to the left and looked outside, and Mark was like, "Yeah, they were a bunch of incest family, and they all looked totally fucked up."
That's the hills have eyes.
I don't remember that story, but I believe it.
Well, no, when I went to West Virginia, I heard hella stories like that of people that were from there.
Right.
Around Charleston and all that shit. They would tell me, yeah, I knew these, brother and sister that fucked or blase, blase. If anybody's fucking my sister, it's going to be me.
That reminds me of the one joke. It says, what's the worst way to lose your virginity or what's the worst thing that can happen as you're losing your virginity as a redneck? It's my dad crushing my cigarettes. Plays on top of me or some shit.
That's gross. You need,
Got
to find a new joke teller, Crispy.
I got that pack of Marlboro Reds in my back pocket, and Daddy got frisky.
He done rolled over on him.
He had that big chew in his mouth and little dribbled out on my forehead while I was down on him. Oh, good times, good times. So you want to talk about BG and what happened on Halloween?
I'd like to hear that story.
I'd like to comment about it, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely,
Is that
something
Bowling
different.
Green University?
Yeah.
Were there people involved?
Maybe.
Several people?
Actually, many of people.
I think we got a good soundbite to go with that, too.
Well, as soon as fuck happened? We don't know yet.
Exactly. That's how ridiculous BG was.
Go ahead and roll with that, Klein.
All right, so what should we talk about first?
Well, I mean, shit, just the trip up there. I mean, we had a good time driving. I was acting a fool in the car.
Did you guys drive in your vehicle?
Yes, in my vehicle.
Wow. Speaking of that is a very nice car.
Hey.
You know what's funny about that is to get his headlights to work, you got to go in front of them and knock on them 3 times just so they come on. I mean, it's fucking hilarious.
You know what's funny? I actually had to buy a battery today because it wouldn't start this morning. When
he's working on his 3rd battery for this fucking vehicle, by the way.
This is the first one I bought for this thing, so don't even disrespect it like that. You're crazy. But anyways, we were driving up there, you know, having a good time, jamming out in the car. We stopped at the Finley Brewing Company, got some good food. That one waitress did have a fat ass, though.
Oh,
It was...
PHT or FAT?
Fat. PHT.
PHT, okay.
Fat.
Lopez?
Epicence, or F... Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
Don't use the Lord's name in vain.
Hey, don't be talking to me. But still, I mean, it was ridiculous. It was distracting to eat around. I'll tell you that much right now. Then we get to BG, you know.
whoa, buddy. I think you're forgetting about one thing. The one thing that you never forget to notice is how good was the food?
Oh my God, dude. I had a elk burger.
I didn't notice that about him, Christian. I'm glad you brought that up to me.
I actually had an elk burger, and this thing was fucking elk, and it was amazing. It was really good. And I got a beer sampler. Christian, being the basic bitch he is, got a chicken sandwich. And
so a beer sampler for you is like a keg, right?
No. They're like the little beer samplers. Nothing too crazy.
The place was a little pricey, not going to lie.
Was it?
I'm not a big IPA guy, so I like...
A little pricey. I mean, it was
IPAs.
like...
Although I work for Budweiser, but, you know, it's okay. The Columbus Distributing Company.
But the food was good. I enjoyed it. Then we get up to BG. We get our hotel room. Nice. You know, the ladies in there, nice. Had to sign your, if we make too much noise, get kicked out bullshit.
Even though we weren't even there at all.
Exactly.
You weren't even staying at the place?
Well, we stayed the night.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we were hoping not to stay the night. I mean, like, so we go to our friend's apartment. Well, let's put it that way.
Well, no, I knew the girl.
Christian knows the girl. I'd never met her before. And, you know, we walk into the door, first impressions of her. She kind of looks like Sloth off the Ice Age.
Oh, my gosh.
A little bit.
Why
you
are
know,
you going to do that to a girl?
Why are you going to do it? She's cool as shit.
You know,
she
she was probably sweet and cool.
She's cool. She's
She's
cool.
going to hear
Crispy.
that. I guarantee she's going to hear this shit. We ain't never going to be able to go back.
Listen, I apologize, but you are cool. But I just had to say it. I can't let that, you know, sit in my mind.
I'd hate to say she probably thinks you look like Pooh Bear.
No, he don't look like
you ain't
Pooh
wrong.
Bear.
Hey, have you seen his belly?
Well,
Or a
yeah.
Care Bear. There you go.
Care Bear, what?
I don't
He
know.
does kind of look like a little bit of a Bear.
It fucking does.
We'll call him Krispy Kreme Bear.
Yo,
But we
got me
love him.
fucked up.
Looking like a fucking boobah.
But we go in there, all right. And the whole point of going there is, right, you know, we're thinking, what do you usually do if you go out to a college campus on Halloween?
And you're going to party, you're going to get buck wild, nasty, crazy.
Right, and you're trying to do some shit like that. So we get there. First off, we find out she has a boyfriend now. But whatever. And he was a little weird.
Does she?
I mean, he was cool. He was cool. He was cooler.
He wasn't too bad.
He wasn't horrible. And then obviously we meet our friend, and then we meet another girl. And let me tell you, I don't know how you can be thick with
No ass.
and no titties. Nothing.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay.
Exactly. I had to emphasize it.
So you just said thick with a no ass.
Literally
and
fucking
no
like-
Buckeyes.
Nothing.
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 Well, she's an orange.
Basically,
She had pancakes in the back with like half blown up balloons in the front.
So we go out, you know, whatever. We're drinking there. First off, we had to go. This is the worst part. They had us go to the store because they forgot shit for something they were cooking. Not a big deal. So I cover, you know, I don't know. It was probably like $15 or some shit of groceries or some shit. She's like, I'm broke. All I can give you is $5. I said, don't even worry about the money. Not that big of a deal. Whatever. They open this shit up, makes the whole house stink. Me and Christian start jamming to some music, you know, kind of just chilling there, whatever. Then old girl's boyfriend comes in, the other one.
You guys played
thick
Kenya.
one.
You guys sat and relaxed and played Kenya and stuff
No,
like that.
we just kind of chilled, drank some beer.
Yeah, we drank and just kind of sat there and was hoping for some better events.
Yeah, and then our one friend had moonshine or some shit like the apple pie moonshine, so that was pretty good. And then we go out, everybody starts coming over. I don't know that
Like
one.
hella just random ass
Yeah,
people.
so we go out. First off, the bars fucking suck. The bars in BG fucking suck.
Horrible.
They were
Not
trash.
good.
We went to this one bar. We waited in line probably an hour. We were probably in line for an hour or more.
Yeah,
correct?
it wasn't worth it.
Hold up. headphone users, I apologize. But we were in the line for about an hour. We get into this bar, and it's packed. It's, COVID, of course. Nobody's wearing their fucking mask. They're basically like, oh, everybody's just sitting wherever the hell you can sit, basically. We're standing by a pool table or some shit. We get our drink. Now, that bartender, though, that redheaded bartender.
The teacher?
Was she? Oh, yeah, the teacher.
Yeah, she was a teacher.
That bartender was probably the hottest redhead I've ever seen in my life. And
she looked like an Irish queen.
And I have things for redheads. And I was dying.
She was literally beautiful, like a 10 out of 10. Solid.
Not even that, like 1,000 out of 10.
Well, that's pretty extreme there, Crispy.
I'm not lying. I would probably put her in like my top 20, maybe top 10.
Okay, who's in your top 20, speaking of that?
Yeah, I want to hear this.
You know what? Give me your top 10. Actually, you know what, Crispy?
I don't know if I could name my top 10 off my top.
Okay, how about give me just your top 5?
My top 5, damn, that's hard.
And don't include my wife.
Probably Margaret Hey, she might be on the list. Margaret Ruby or whatever.
To prison.
Kate Mara from the Oh my God, I'm sorry, but
hey, okay, I'm the one that told him to watch that shit.
I got a thing for that.
Go ahead. If we're going to do a top 5, Crispy, you start with yours.
I don't even know if I have a top 5.
Then Klein, you go with yours.
I'm not good with celebrity names.
CC Klein, and then I'll come with mine.
Well, apparently my top 5. It doesn't have to be
celebrity. It could be someone, from your past or whatever.
Well, apparently my top 5 changes every weekend at every different bar.
I mean, you know what? You're a card player.
Christian
I hope I get that ace.
But I never get the jackpot.
Nice. That is true. But skip the top 5 things. So skip, because I didn't got
his
that on
top 5 is a crispy chicken sandwich, a double cheeseburger, an elk burger.
No, it ain't that bad.
Nah, it ain't.
The elk burger, maybe. But the crispy chicken, maybe the crispy chicken from Popeyes. Yeah, we're all in for that. I don't really care.
I mean, the Popeyes crispy chicken sandwich is good. Yeah, I'll get that.
Big Crispy's the man.
I don't know if
I'm
it's
just
top 10
throwing that out there.
But anyways, this bar sucks, basically. Bartender's hot, cool, I tip her normally, good, like a regular thing, But this bar sucks. Nobody can walk around and talk to each other. That's the whole point of a bar. You want to socialize, you want to interact and stuff. Can't do that. You got to sit in your place, and that's basically it. So we're sitting at the table. Of course, they had a bunch of friends come over. Our friend that we went to hang out with had other friends come over. We don't know these people. One is a super liberal girl. And she's just causing problems left and right in the bar. I don't know how she was drunk. She probably had 1 or 2 drinks and she's
to be a queer. There we go.
Exactly. So the bar sucks. So I'm like, you know what? And it's all country music. And I really didn't pick up on that. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. We'll listen to country.
She told us it was a country bar. I mean, it didn't take a brain side to figure that out.
I did not hear that. I never knew. So I'm getting there and we're listening to, I'm like, man, I want to spice this up a little bit. So I'm up on the jukebox app, on my phone. Like, all right, let's play some Black Bear or some MGK or something. Something that the girls will dance to
and have fun with.
So I pull up these music, and every song I go to try to play, it's like, this is blocked in this bar. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I go back and look at the recents, and it's literally you can only play country music in the bar. You cannot play anything else.
You can't put NWA on the box?
No, you can't do nothing. Just strictly country music.
Houdini?
That's what I was saying. It pissed me off. I was like, this sucks, dude. First off, the bar sucks.
Justin Bieber?
So, it's whatever, you can't listen to the music. But then, we're drinking or whatever. But then the liberal girl and the one girl start causing problems because she thinks an older couple across the bar is looking at them. And she starts yelling at them.
Trust me. They weren't looking at her.
Exactly. They're like, they're staring at me. They're making fun of me. I'm like, dude, she's halfway across the bar. I'm sure they're not, looking at you and making fun of you.
Right.
Who cares? It's not that big of a deal. Let's just have fun. So, me, Christian, our one friend, I think somebody else came, and we dipped out to the bar next door. Now, that bar was decent and popping, right? We are in there for long enough to grab a drink, maybe 5-10 minutes, grab a drink, and then we have to go back to the other bar because the liberal girl started crying and freaking out, and we had to get her to take her home.
Of course.
We don't want to upset the liberals.
I did. Me and her got in an argument.
Yeah, that's the worst part. So we get back to the house, and the first thing that happens, we walk in the door, and her and Christian are going at it.
Note to self, I'm an independent voter, and I do not I'm just teasing.
But they go at it about politics, and I'm like, oh my God. And like Christian's talking, you know how Christian gets when he's drunk.
Oh yeah,
he likes to argue. Christian is an arguer.
Well, he does like to banter.
Exactly. So she's an arguer too, and they start bickering. I mean, to the point where they're yelling. They are yelling at each other, like back and forth, yelling. And I'm like, I get in between them. I'm like, yo, both of you, just shut the fuck up. Go somewhere else. Like, I'm tired of hearing it. Everybody was tired of hearing it. So we start playing music or something.
She started it.
She's still arguing, right? And then I don't know how this got apart. So everybody's starting flooding. All these random people we don't know start coming to this apartment, having a party. And there is a group of African-American men in there. And she starts chanting Black Lives Matter. And I'm not kidding you. This black guy looks at like everybody and goes,
what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck is she doing?
Yeah,
like,
why would
shut
she
the
do
fuck
that?
up.
Because she was fucking nuts. She's a
Exactly.
fucking nut job.
And then she's talking about like, oh, well, my boyfriend's a Republican, but he doesn't support Donald Trump. And he comes over and he goes, yes, the fuck I do. And like basically tells her, he goes, you just never listen to me. Like, that's the problem. And it was just ridiculous. Like, I could like, she literally just caused like a whole problem. And then she gets pissed off at her boyfriend for whatever reason. So she's sobbing on the couch. Well, you know, we're not paying attention. Christian being Christian he is, you know, when he gets drunk, he likes to go talking. So Christian's surveying the room.
He
know,
loves to
talking
argue, Crispy. You
talking
know
to
that.
different people.
I was talking to everybody in that bitch.
He was talking about every woman that came up through there. I think he got
No
every
comment.
woman's name.
Hey, at that point,
But
I
he
don't
still
remember.
doesn't have a date.
Exactly. So
You ain't wrong. And that's the point. Like, so, you know, we're chilling. He's doing his thing. I was kind of over it at this point.
no,
Like,
we need to talk about the fact at this point is when it all went fuzzy.
Well, yeah, I went for you.
Yeah,
Not for me.
actually, it all went fuzzy a little bit before that.
See, my problem is I was not drunk at all.
That was the problem.
I paid
Crispy?
$9 at the bar for a Crown Apple Cranberry that was watered down. I
Yeah,
was
we
not
bought a
drunk.
case. That's why I was killing that shit before we went in.
Exactly, and I had a couple with you, but I'm bigger than you. It takes some time for me to get drunk. Okay, we know this.
Well, you got
Is
to
he
pound him,
big?
buddy.
Jesus Christ, Tony.
He ain't that big.
Go fuck yourself. But
Just wait till we get the video.
Yeah.
You'll see him.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah. When we get the video up, you guys
Just glad to
can
be
see me.
invited over here to have fun with you.
But at this point, you know, I guess Christian's getting all fuzzy. I'm sitting on the couch chilling with our one friend, and the funny thing is, she's pissed off. She is pissed off at Christian because she kind of, you know, had a thing for Christian or whatever.
I didn't know anything about this.
And so he didn't, you know, fair to him, you know, he's oblivious to the situation. She's mad or whatever, and Christian's off doing his thing. Christian disappears. Disappeared for like 20 or 30 minutes. Now, keep in mind, in the parking lot, we were talking about going in
Don't
there.
tell me you found him in the parking lot.
In the parking lot, we were talking about going in there and dropping a fat deuce in the
Oh my God.
We were like, we should just go into that party and drop a fat deuce and just fucking bounce.
Nah, like as soon as
stink
we
up the
get there,
whole
like, hey, you got a bathroom? We talked about it. We were joking about
ruined
it.
the
Then,
whole mood. And then Christian goes missing. And I'm like, where the fuck? And our one friend starts asking about it. She goes, where's Christian? And I'm like, I don't know. And I thought he got pissed off because the other girl started arguing him about things. And I
What
thought
things?
political
Oh,
things
okay.
and
You guys went political.
money
at one
money
point.
and stuff like that, the economy. So I thought he got pissed off and left. I was like, oh, this man got pissed off. Because sometimes when Christian gets drunk, he gets angry and they, you know, whatever. He storms
not
off.
all the time.
Not
It
all
just
the time.
depends
But
on
it-
who
But
I'm
now,
around.
Christian, now you do run your mouth a lot about shit like
It
that.
takes
To you, because you're Tony Colombini.
It doesn't matter who I am, but you like to run your mouth.
But you have kind of the same personality as me a little bit, and that's why we butt heads when we drink.
No, it's not when we drink. I haven't drank for 2 days.
That's a
You've
fucking
been
lie.
drinking since yesterday.
Since 84.
I think I've never seen you with a beer not in your hand.
Oh, I have a water in my hand sometimes.
Well, yeah, when you're
I
at
work for
work.
After
Budweiser,
he's
dude.
been
I
drinking
work
beer.
for Budweiser.
Yeah, after. But listen, I think Christian storms off, right? So I'm like getting worried. I'm like, damn, what's going on? So I try to text him. Don't answer. I try to call him. Don't answer. I'm like, man, something's wrong. So she goes out looking for him, searching around. Like she went outside. And Christian just comes waddling back into the living room. He's going, why the fuck you call me, Tyler? I said, what the fuck? I thought you left. I thought, something was wrong. He goes, he comes up to me.
Name, Tyler?
Fuck off. He comes up to me. He whispers in my ear. He's like, I just dropped a fat deuce in that toilet. And starts cracking up. And I was dying. I was like, oh, so that's where you were the whole time. Like, just dropping it. Stunk up the bathroom. Now, so we're laughing about that, whatever. Having a good time. And then another thing, I had to go to the bathroom. So Christian already stunk up the one bathroom. There's 2 bathrooms in this apartment. So I go to the second one. And the friend has, I guess, some type of problem. And she blew up the other bathroom. And she's begging me. I had to piss.
No, she said, this bathroom's broken.
She said, this bathroom's broken. And I said, listen, I have to go. Like, I cannot hold it.
Occupied.
I said, this bathroom smells like shit. This bathroom cannot be closed. I have to go. And she's like, oh, well, this one's broke. Come on, Tyler. Like, I know her situation, so she's explaining it. She's like, don't go in there. It stinks really bad. Please. Like, basically almost crying. And I was like, I have to take a piss. So I went in there. It didn't smell that bad, but whoever's bathroom that is, her roommates, trashed.
Fucking trash.
Disgusting. Like, don't pick up any women. That's how women like that don't pick up nothing. When you're in college and shit, I don't think they care. Disgusting. So I'm going to the bathroom, whatever.
Ever been in the frat house?
Yeah. I'm going to the bathroom, take a piss, whatever. I come out. It's not that bad. She's sitting there freaking out. And I'm talking to her. These 2 other girls walk up, and she's like, that bathroom's broken. You can't go into both of our bathrooms are fucked up right now because Christian blew up the one and the other. And this one's blown up. Like, they both fucking stink.
You gotta go, man.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you deuce.
Exactly. So they go away or whatever. And this is where the night gets fucked up. So the one girl starts.
Can it get any more fucked up?
Oh, yeah, it gets more
now?
fucked up. This girl starts crying. Like, I mean, she is upset, like having a panic attack.
Why? Because she pooped?
No. This is a different one.
Oh my God.
At this point, I don't remember shit, but I heard about it.
I mean, come on, Crispy. I mean, how do you remember this and he doesn't?
Because I was sober as fuck.
I
don't
faded. I was faded.
So this, she's in the bathroom.
No, I do remember this. I remember saying this.
She's in the bathroom crying, freaking out. Everybody, basically, we're telling people to leave at this point because it's that bad. Like,
it wasn't even your house, though.
I know, but we're trying to kick out people.
How the hell are you telling people to leave?
Dude, I don't know.
No. They were telling people to leave because she was like having a panic. Right. Of course.
So they're trying to get everybody out of the apartment. Just basically the people they know, everybody's trying to stay there. And like, I walk up in there like by the bathroom because like it's kind of weird. It's like a room. Both bathrooms are in it, and it closes off to the rest of the house. So I'm sitting in that room, the bathroom doors are shut, obviously. You can hear her crying and they're freaking out. The one friend comes out and, like, explaining the situation. Everybody's starting to dismiss. And we have the door shut. Christian comes walking in.
Of course, because I'm nosy as fuck. I want to see what the fuck's going on.
Hear what you have to say, Christian.
But like I said, he's basically blacked out at this point. I don't think he remembers it. And he goes, what's going on? Why is everybody leaving? And he like walks up and I go, Christian, like, blah, blah, blah is having a panic attack in the bathroom right now. Like, they're talking about taking her to the hospital.
Yeah, I remember that a little bit.
And he goes, who gives a fuck about that fat bitch? And I was just like, oh my God, Christian.
No, the bad thing is the boyfriend looked at me, he goes, eh.
Yeah, he agreed with it. And the fact I was like, oh my God, Christian, you did not just say. I was trying to tell him, like, Christian, that's fucked up.
I don't believe that.
I was like,
no, I did. But she said some pretty fucked up shit to me. So
this is the problem. She did say some fucked up shit.
Yes, it was a complete. I was just coming back at her.
You retorted.
It was basically him taking the shit because, like I said, when I thought he stormed off, I thought it was because what she said, because she did overstep the line and probably shouldn't have said what she said.
Right, I get it.
So I understand, but I was like, bro, that's fucked up. And he's just like, he does not give a shit. He's like, I don't fucking care. Like, fuck her, blah, blah, blah. So
fuck that bitch.
I'm trying to calm him down.
It's a thin line between love and hate.
So we get Christian out in the living room. Everybody starts calming down. And then like 5 minutes later, she's completely fine. We're all sitting in the
bipolar.
We're all chilling in the living room, just, relaxing, hanging out. And at this point, I'm like, damn, I'm ready to leave. Like, I was sick of being there. These people suck. We ain't, we're there for no reason at this point. We ain't got no women. Everybody there's fucking in a relationship.
But you do have a chicken sandwich somewhere, I'm sure.
Hey,
Well, that's
you
what we're
already
trying
know
to-
we got some McDonald's
We
that
got
night.
something somewhere.
But we were trying to go to this sub shop on campus or some shit that was really good. And I'm trying to get fucking Christian to go. And he is so drunk. He's just on the couch. And of course it's daylight savings times, right?
Oh, not
so
Christian
the
Klein.
daylight saving times went back an hour. So we were trying to leave like 30 minutes before this place closed. And a whole hour rolls by. They roll back, so they're open another hour and a half. I'm trying to get Christian to leave this whole fucking time.
I don't remember this
And
at
he
all.
is just on
Do
the-
not recall.
He's on the couch arguing with me for an hour and a
I'd like
half
to
about
plead
not
the
wanting to leave.
fifth. I'd like to plead the fifth on this
Yes.
story.
He's like, bro, why
Yes.
we gotta leave right now? We got time. So I kept giving him, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. And they're watching some dumb show on the TV. And then they start jamming out to MGK, so it's a little bit tolerable. The girls are dancing or whatever. But, like, basically, I'm trying to get him to leave the whole time, and I cannot get him out the fucking door. I was so ready to go. And they're like, oh, you can just stay the night. And I was like, hell no, I'm not staying the night here. We
There's
just paid.
no way
we
in
just-
hell I am staying here.
Right, we just paid, what, $60-something a piece for the hotel?
I don't recall.
Or it was 50-something. think it
I
was
do
on-
not
I'd like to go
recall.
ahead and plead the fifth.
Yeah, I do not recall wanting to stay there. I do
I'd
not
like to
recall.
take my Fifth Amendment right here.
Yeah.
If it's
Well, I'm
I
not saying-
did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Well, anyways, this whole time, so I'm trying to get him to leave. I'm like, we got this hotel. We paid $100-something for it. We're sleeping in that motherfucker. I'm not sleeping here. I'm not dealing with these people. I'm not dealing with girl freaking out. I'm not dealing with girl shitting in her fucking bathroom and blowing it up or whatever. Like, I was ready to go at this point. I'm not dealing with the
you
liberal
got to
girl.
fight for your right to poop.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
but I wasn't dealing with the liberal girl either because she was still spouting off. Her boyfriend was falling asleep and she kept rambling, started, talking to her nonsense or whatever. So I'm trying to get Christian to go. We finally get him up and going.
Who is we? You mean you?
Me and our friend.
Who? Oh, yeah.
The liberal?
No, our
not the
our
liberal.
one friend that
Okay.
we are
The friend that we will not name.
the friend we are close with.
Yes.
We got him basically to leave. So me and Christian leave. I'm driving, obviously. I'm sober as fuck at this point. So we go to Speedway or some
Why
shit.
the fuck you lying?
What do you mean I'm sober as fuck?
Why you always lying?
First off, I do not condone drunk driving on this podcast, and I stopped drinking almost 4 hours prior to that and drink water in the meantime.
That's what he's telling y'all.
That is the truth. So we drive.
Actually, I do believe him.
Actually,
when
I
he-
do too, because I don't know shit, man. I don't remember shit.
Hey, when he comes over to my house, we give him sarsaparillas.
Oh, fuck yourself. I drink a couple and then I
Sparkling
stop drinking.
waters.
Yeah. It's a nice vintage of sparkling water.
But we basically leave at this point. We go to Speedway, and this is how fucked up this night is.
Did you get a Speedway hot dog?
We get to Speedway. This Speedway attendant, the only girl there, is in like a mini skirt and a shirt that's basically way too revealing. And the fucking state highway patrol and the local police department are there. We're like, what the fuck is going on? Somebody called the cops on her because she was blaring like "Get Low" or something in the store.
You mean get low?
She was
get
trying
low,
to get. She
low.
was trying to get a
And
little
was she a
dick that
Speedway
night.
employee?
Yes, she was the employee,
Oh
the
my
only one
God,
there.
Christy.
She's blaring music.
I don't know if I believe this story.
No,
I
it's
swear to
true.
God.
It's totally true. I remember this.
She was blaring music. She's in this skimpy outfit, and the cops are there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what is BG? What is this place? So we, are dealing with that. We get our drinks and stuff. We go up to the counter. The cops are basically leaving at this point. The customer that called the cops already left. The cops were already there, kind of talking. They apparently the attendant got it approved by her manager somehow. I don't know how.
You know what's funny?
The
is you keep
manager's
doing the
probably a
quotes.
man.
Yep, and she's probably
And no
fucking
one
him.
can see
I'm
the
not gonna lie
quotes,
because
but-
there ain't no way. There is no way that she was allowed to wear that, and no way she was allowed.
She
to blast
probably
the
has
music
an
that loud.
OnlyFans.
Probably
AC?
I don't know.
No
maybe.
AC?
no AC, just OnlyFans. That's all
Yeah,
she got.
no AC. OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Speaking about OnlyFans, if any of you got OnlyFans and you want to be sponsored on the podcast, we can work out a deal. You can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or YouTube, or any other platform,
Or TikTok.
or TikTok. That
We
is
sure
as well.
would appreciate it.
At No
Just a
AC
fun time.
OnlyFans. I recommend going to the Facebook and getting the link tree, and then you can find us all that way. But in the fact,
Are we going to get a story in? Can we tell
I'm trying to
stories?
tell a story.
Apparently.
well,
what about the rest of
we
it?
have to talk about these
I have to
TikTok
talk about.
thoughts.
I have to talk about the story because
All right,
Christian
go
ain't
with
good
the
enough.
TikTok.
All right, never mind.
But basically, she's freaking out. So she's like cussing at us, like, I fucking hate people, blah, blah, blah. We get back. We go to McDonald's. That whole ends up, funny conversation. We get out of there. We go to McDonald's. The girls come calling. We want you to get us McDonald's and bring it back to our dorm room or whatever, wherever they were. We're like, no, like we're already past paying in the line at this point. We're like, we're not getting you food. So we go back to the hotel. We were saying, and they're calling every 5 minutes, calling. And Christian's basically done at this point. He is so drunk. He is standing up at the TV, eating his McDonald's. There was some replay of a college football game on, and this man's just clapping his fucking hands, rubbing his hands together, like rubbing his belly and shit. He was gone. He was just like having the time of his life. And they keep calling. I'm basically on the phone with him at this point. I'm like, I am not going through that fucking line at McDonald's because it was long as hell, and I'm not dealing with that bullshit. I'm not driving across town 5-10 minutes or whatever it was. I don't even care if it was 5 minutes. I'm not driving across town and drop you off some food. We ain't like that. You both,
dude. I pretty much fucking stopped paying attention to my phone at that point. As soon as we got back to the hotel, I was like,
"You're done.
I'm done.
That's it.
Like I'm gonna eat my food. I'm gonna watch a little TV, and I'm slumping."
And once he stops answering,
down.
Exactly.
Once he stops answering, they blow up my phone. And I wasn't.
That's how it always goes.
I wasn't having it either. And I'm like, listen, the one girl's you got 2 boyfriends at that house. Go get it yourself. Like. If you're that hungry...
That motherfucker had a license?
Exactly. If you're that hungry, have him go get it. I don't care.
Hey, they also got all these apps like Grubhub.
Exactly. All these delivery apps and shit like that. Like, it don't matter. They could find a way to get there or whatever. Not that big of a deal. But they kept blowing me up. I turned my phone off. I was so done with it.
I think sometimes people forget that they have 2 legs.
Yeah, that too.
It was only like a mile from the fucking McDonald's. They could have fucking walked. I've done it multiple times.
You have done it.
We know.
Christian's passed out on his way home a couple times.
I have.
Yeah, he does.
I did do that.
And no shame to him. I've been at that point before where I don't even know if I've been able to step correctly.
Motherfucker, when you fell, it probably took you 2 minutes.
Hey, listen, that fall.
What do you mean that fall?
That fall was a long fall.
Actually, it was kind of...
That was the longest fall I've ever seen in my whole life.
But it was really good. It was a great fall.
Like some shit you'd see on a Tom Cruise movie or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, I may be fat, but I'm athletic, bro.
Mission Impossible. Plus size.
You see me like... It was like what do you call it? Parkour. You saw me parkour.
No, that was not parkour.
That was parkour roll.
Fatty.
Fuck you.
Motherfucker did everything in his power not to hit that ground.
I did. I may have stumbled for about 20 minutes.
You know, the only thing that helped him is that ball in front of him to help him lift him back up.
What ball?
You know, the one that you should have caught.
I've never seen somebody fall so slow but come up so fast.
Hey, it happens like that sometimes. But basically, we're done. And the car ride home was probably the best part of that PG weekend. I shit you not. That whole almost 2 hours it took us to get home, I am crying, laughing, going over the night we had.
Right.
Like, just the shit we were talking. We even stopped to get food, and I was still crying, laughing at the restaurant half the time. It was just a good fucking weekend. Like, the whole BG experience sucks. Never go to that campus. Fuck it.
It's not that good.
Maybe when maybe when COVID's over or whatever, but fuck that campus. If you live in Ohio, don't go to BG. It sucks. Everybody there sucks.
Go about 3 hours south to Morgantown. You'll have a blast.
That, since this podcast has been going on, we have all had our mask on.
That's a lie.
Yeah, he's right.
Big Crispy, put your fucking mask on, bro.
Fuck yourself. I ain't false information. We all know each other. We've been around each other enough. Fuck COVID.
Yeah, the whole time. Fuck the regulations.
We have our mask on in public.
Just like Future said, fucking mask off.
You work for a certain company where you need to have your mask.
I do what I have to do for my bread.
Exactly.
Same here.
In public, I follow the rules. In my own house, I am not wearing a fucking mask. Sorry. It ain't happening.
In public, I follow the rules about as much as I can get away with.
Exactly.
Just put it like that.
Basically, so BG weekend
rule breaker.
BG
woo woo.
Exactly. BG ended up being only good because of that damn car ride home. It started good.
We literally, what is it, like an hour and a half ride? We literally didn't play music. We were literally just busting out laughing the whole entire car ride.
I wish I could have recorded.
Just fucking laughing just about random ass shit. It was nice.
I wish I could have recorded that whole car ride.
Then we
That would have
stopped
been
at some
comedy
little
gold.
sports bar, and them wings and the fucking deep fried jalapenos were fire, bro.
Oh, that's because you was hungover and everything tasted
No.
good.
I actually felt pretty fine. I felt fine.
I felt like I had COVID that next morning. I ain't gonna
I
lie.
love how this motherfucker says he wasn't drunk, but he wakes up feeling like shit. Nah,
I did wake up feeling like shit, though. I ain't gonna lie.
it's because you didn't hydrate. Just like I've been telling Mr. TC over here.
That's true. You gotta
Hey,
hydrate.
you gotta hydrate, man. Water. Good
you're-
friend of mine told me
Or
that.
Pedialyte. Pedialyte works well.
When you're
Can we get a sponsorship from them?
probably?
please?
I could reach out.
Trust me, it would help me and Mr. Buddy over here to my left out a lot.
Hey, I've
That's
been there a couple
absolutely
times.
right.
Like that time I was stuck in Nasty's parking lot because I was so fucked up. And you're like, bro, it's like it's not even 5 minutes. It's like a minute drive home. I
You
was
were
like,
stuck in nasties?
yes, I was like, Christian, I cannot make it. I said, I'm so fucked up, dude.
What do you-
There's no way I'm driving. I had to say, we probably sat there for a good like hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe.
Why
Almost
didn't you
that
guys
time.
call me?
No, 2 hours. It
was close
It
to
was
an
a
hour and a
solid
half.
45 minutes.
No, there's no way.
Nah, you're slicing it.
There's no way. I was really fucked up. But I was drinking water. I had like 3 waters at that point in my car. So I drank them and I got to the point where I'm okay enough. And it's a really short drive.
Come
you
on,
know.
man. Well, you know, we Uber.
I know,
but
but
we call friends.
I get that, but we take one turn, we turn out, take
well,
one
it
turn,
could be that one turn.
and then that one turn again, and we're right there at the house.
Okay.
It's not, I mean, it's like literally not even a minute.
Call your butt. I'm right here.
Right, but
CC's
that's
right
true.
there.
We could have called you.
You know, we
could've
got
called you.
drivers.
But at that point, we were basically
That's besides the point.
besides the point here.
That's besides.
See, now I'm all off
That's
track because I don't even know what
besides
the hell
point.
we were talking about.
Well, you know what? You were BG.
Well, yeah, BG fucking sucks.
We
It's
were
simple
talking
as that.
BG.
But
You had a good-
Pedialyte, we could.
Okay,
No,
now
the
we're-
thing about BG is like they sliced it the fuck up. But they're like, "Oh, this is so fun." Blase. Like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm expecting a good fucking time.
That's the thing.
And I was totally let down. Not gonna lie.
That's the thing. My hometown
Actually,
where I
BG 's
used to
not
live.
that far from Michigan, though. It's
Exactly.
further in an hour.
But that's the thing. My old hometown where I used to live, everybody that I went to high school with and people after, they always go to BG on the weekend and party and have good times or whatever. Supposedly had good times. And I've had funner fucking house parties at
what
my
they
house.
thought was a good time.
I've had funner house parties at my house. Like prom night. That was a good time. The time we
you
literally
and your
got
mom
the
had a
cops.
good time?
Oh boy,
I'm
we're really
just
gonna talk
teasing.
about that prom
I'm
night.
just teasing. Oh, no, you done. Oh, you done stop me.
Oh, fuck you.
You keep your liver spotted hands off my beautiful mother. She's a saint.
Fuck you, Tony.
Fuck you, Tony.
Chris,
Fuck you, Tony.
But no, they
how
go
about you say
my vote.
bye?
Respect my authority. But listen, so they went to the lake every weekend. We had a prom party at my house. The cops get called probably an hour and a half into it because some guy's outside blaring music in his car, and the neighbors called the cops. The cops come, and of course, our dear friend JoJo just has to open the door.
He's gonna be
for
on
the
this
police
podcast.
officer.
We're gonna get him
He
on
will.
there.
JoJo will be on.
You will meet JoJo eventually. He opens the door and lets the police right in instead of, me stepping out and talking to him. So I'm on the staircase. I'm halfway down the stairs and the cops just light in my eyes. Who lives here? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, I live here, blah, blah, blah. My parents own the house or whatever. And I'm sitting here. I'm drunk and high as a motherfucker. And I don't even think I could see straight. And I was, and I'm not gonna lie.
Of course, I'm fucking trying to hide. I don't want no part of this
I
shit.
felt like I was swaying back
Now,
and forth.
so was this at Indian Lake or just?
No, this was at the house here in Columbus.
Okay, at your
And
house
I
in
was
Columbus.
swaying
this
back
was
and
like
forth.
senior year.
I was
Okay.
swaying back and forth. And I thought they knew I was fucked up. And the cops got his light in my eyes. He's like, everybody needs to leave. And I'm talking about when the cops, when everybody realized the cops were here, everybody started storming out the house. They were going out the back door. They were going out the garage door. They were going out the front
They
door.
were hopping that fence.
running right by. Yes, they were hopping the
It looked like
fence.
deer.
It was crazy.
Deer and headlights.
And the cops got his light, and he's like, "Are you drunk?" And I'm like, "Nah." Casual as hell. I'm like, "Nah." And he's like, "Are you high?" I'm like, "Nah." Exactly. That's how I felt. And he's like, all right, whatever. So they go through the house. They clear room by room, basically. Kick out everybody that's not supposed to be there. They even kicked out Christian and, like, basically my whole prom group.
Nah, but I made my way back.
Right. They kicked out the whole prom
About
group.
20 minutes later. But
Yeah. They kicked out the whole prom group. Everybody had to leave, basically. They dumped out any alcohol they find. I think they ended up dumping out, like, one case in the fridge and a couple beers laying around or some shit like that. And our prom group ends up coming back. We're chilling, having a good time with just the rest of us. Everybody else leave. I get a knock on the door again. I'm like, motherfucker, what is going on here? Everybody from the fucking party
came back
and knock on the door, and they're standing
Showed
on my
right
door.
back up.
And I was like, what the fuck? They're like, let's get it going again,
That's what
bro.
I'm saying.
And I was
That's-
like, oh my god.
That's exactly why I came
Everybody's
back.
wild. So the night goes through, the night is the night. We have a good time. People end up, leaving. Everybody crashes at my house. I wake up the next morning. Of course, every motherfucker leaves in this house, besides Christian, I think it was, and JoJo.
Yeah, who didn't guess that?
And we were left to
I ain't waking up at 06 a.m. Fuck
We
yeah.
know that.
So we end up picking up we're picking up everything because it's Sunday, right? My parents are supposed to be home in like a couple hours. So we're picking up, dude, I'm finding fucking cups in the yard. I'm finding like shit just scattered everywhere in the garage. Somebody was on like my mom's fiance's motorcycle at one point or some shit. And like that was the one thing that was off limits that I told people. I said, just don't get on the thing because he'll kill
Bro,
me.
people love to break rules. When you tell them
Exactly.
there's one thing you can't touch,
Did you
they're
just
gonna
seriously just
fucking
say
touch
that?
it.
Yes.
Someone was on your mom's motorcycle?
Yeah, she was fucking sitting on it when I came out there, like, and during the
Your
party.
mom was or someone?
No, some random person was. I don't even fucking know him.
I'm sure your mom knows about that term, ride it like a Harley.
Oh, fuck off. But
Speaking
anyways,
of your mother. No.
oh fuck you, Tony. I'm tired of that. But anyways, we're
okay.
picking up.
Finish your long
We're
story.
picking up everything at this point at the house. We're cleaning, right? Cleaning, finding cups. My neighbor comes over, knocks on my door. Somebody fucking threw like 3 cases of beer in my neighbor's backyard, and he's like, "I think this belongs to you."
Empty?
No, like full,
Well,
completely
get him,
full.
Grab him,
That's what I
snatch
did.
him up.
So we took him. And
That's
I'm
a
like,
good man right there,
Right, but I'm
dude.
It is.
But I'm like,
She's
yeah.
here.
But I'm like, what the
well,
fuck?
here you go.
What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Because I'm not. allowed
I'll
to
tell
have
you
beer.
what
What
you
you
can do
You
with
hide
it.
it behind the shed, dumbass.
That's what we did. We hid it in I think we hid it in my closet or something. I mean, it was probably skunk after a while, but I remember drinking it because we had a party the next weekend. We had a party like every weekend.
Right.
But we're cleaning the house. We get to the bathroom. I find these fucking parachute granny panties stained to hell, and it smells like a fucking fish market.
Why'd you smell 'em?
Motherfucking, I'm telling
You
you.
could smell it.
Oh, hold on. Come
No,
on,
for
Chris.
real, you could.
could
They were.
walk-
I mean,
Respucia
so the
could have
aroma
fit
had
in
to
these
just
goddamn
must-
pants.
You could walk in the room and smell these motherfuckers. I thought something died in there. So we start narrowing it down, okay? Who at the party that we know
Was that big?
was that big?
It
And
only had one culprit.
It narrows it down to one culprit, and sad to say, it was one of our dates. One of our buddies' dates.
It
Not
wasn't.
mine.
It wasn't my date.
It wasn't my date either.
Well, because
Surprise.
we know you haven't dated for a while.
It's been a while.
No, I had a date for that.
But it was our buddy JoJo's date. And let's talk about this. We find them. They stunk so bad, I double wrapped them in a grocery bag. We drove them to the girl's house.
Oh, my God.
I knocked
Chris.
on the door,
Fucking left
and
it
I
on the
left them
fucking
right there on the
doorstep.
fucking doorstep for her to have, because I am not saying this. And you know what cracks me up? Come to find out, like, this was like a month ago, right? This happened how many years ago? Probably like 4 or 5.
Oh my gosh!
She posted on Facebook somebody posted a picture of like disease-ridden panties or some shit like that. She posted on Facebook.
That's kind of whack,
Like,
dude.
it laughed my ass off. I went to a prom party and they tried to say it was mine and took it to my house. You were the only person that could have fit those out of everybody that was there, because I literally watched everybody walk in the door. Not even one other girl came close to her size. And she did not, and she posted that on Facebook. I so wanted to comment under there about it, but
You never heard the term deny.
I mean, that's the case. Obviously, you got to deny it, but I was laughing my ass
Shit,
off when I saw that.
if I were her, I would have fucking denied that shit too.
Yeah, because when your fucking pussy smells like a fresh one, there's a problem.
These are not my panties. These are not my panties.
I would have took that shit to the court of law going on about that, because that was like It was disgusting. I might have had, the CDC come to my house for a magical disease.
Shit, tell him she started COVID.
That's probably what happened.
She could have.
You never know. Hey, did you watch that South Park's COVID, whatever?
That was
pandemic special?
hilarious.
Fucking God.
That was so funny.
That shit cracked me. Mickey Mouse and Randy fucking a bat out in China.
Oh my gosh, that was hilarious.
That's how COVID-19 people started. Humans start fucking things, and it just gets wild. What was the animal that they ended up? It wasn't even the bat that ended up contracting.
Wasn't it Randy fucking something? Some fucking weird ass
some
animal.
type of
I can't even remember.
some type of like lizard animal or some
That's
shit.
almost like with the AIDS virus and shit like that. With the monkey and.
But I love how, speaking of South Park, I love how Randy's now like the main character. Like how it shifted.
From the boys to Randy.
Yeah.
How about you? I'm sorry, was that loud?
No, you're good. Yeah, but I mean, it has shifted a lot over the years. I think the best episode is the medical marijuana episode.
Yo, that's one of the newer seasons, like where Randy's like the main guy now.
That was literally the funniest episode. Him just bouncing around on his ball sack the whole time, putting his nuts in the microwave and shit like that. It was hilarious.
Okay, first of all, how do you put your nuts in the microwave?
But getting into him putting his balls in the microwave, I don't know.
Once again, how did he put his balls in the microwave?
I don't know. It like the way
did he have a
did
paper
it,
plate? Was it?
No, I'm pretty sure he just pinched that foreskin. I mean, like he stretched them motherfuckers out as far as they could and just.
All because he heard he was going to get cancer, so he could get that medical marijuana.
So he went ahead and got the radiation from the microwave?
And then all his friends started doing it.
Exactly. Then they just bounced around like.
I don't know about you, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my nuts in the microwave.
What were those things called? The hippity hops or some shit like that?
Motherfucking Roger Rabbit fucking hopping around.
That shit. And then it gets to that point where he can't even fit in the door because his balls are so fucking swollen because it's hopping around on him. He's fucking carrying them in a wheelbarrow.
No, but then remember...
you guys are wrong. That's fucking wrong.
Remember, he couldn't even get in the fucking door to get his weed anymore?
CC.
And he goes, "Oh, can you just sell it to me at the door?" But he's like, "No, sir, you got to be inside the store." His fucking nuts are so huge, you can't even fit in it. That shit was hilarious. But I think one of the funniest other episodes on South Park is the fucking PC principal. Him and the PC.
Okay.
What's the teacher? He becomes principal and
the vice principal. Was she the vice principal?
Oh, the guy
yeah.
that looked like the football
No, it's
player.
a girl. It's a girl.
It's a girl, and they're both PC, so they both look like identical. Basically,
And they have
like
the
a female.
PC babies.
And then they have like 12 babies or some shit, and they're all wearing fucking Viper glasses, and they're all buff as shit as babies running around the office.
Just
all
my
proper.
baby. Just my baby.
That shit was hilarious, man. South Park's had some good ass episodes.
Oh.
The Jersey Shore episode, that was fucking
Jersey
hilarious.
Shore. I would never watch Jersey Shore.
Never?
Horrible.
I watched it.
What?
Never watched Jersey
I
Shore.
would
not once.
never watch that.
It's pretty
show.
funny. I've watched it
it's
before.
pitiful. It's white trash.
It's not white trash. That's Jersey
Oh, that's
trash.
No,
Jersey
because
trash.
when
You're
I
right.
went to WVU, there was like a lot. I think like 30% of the students are from New Jersey, and they were all talking to me about like how bad they made New Jersey people look.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
they're
sure-
basically the equivalent of. It's basically like when you think
Like
of West.
South Carolinians.
Fuck you. So it's basically like people would compare it to like all the West Virginians when I went to school there. They would think, oh, everybody thinks everybody here lives in a trailer park and holler, but it's really not like that. I mean, it's really not like that, but that's what people
Is
think.
that my phone?
Basically, that's how it goes. Everybody thinks that way. I mean, that's how, West Virginia portrayed just like Alabama. You think of incest and shit like that.
Yeah, but it's totally not like that. Morgantown is totally not like that.
Morgantown was not. We had a good time in West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, we did.
I only spent, $2,000 in the matter of a
He
weekend.
spent $2,000, and he was only there for what, 2 days?
3 days. Not even 3 days.
And he broke my roommate's chair.
That was not me. That was Billy.
Nah, it was probably him.
That was Billy.
Sorry, Salentino.
Billy's fat ass sat in the chair and broke it. Let's be honest here.
And then he tried to put it back together.
Yeah, he tried to put back together with some duct tape and shit. But the worst part of that trip, right? The reason why I spent $2,000, we go to leave. We had this trip somewhat planned out. A little bit planned out, like a week in advance.
Nah, it was pretty spur of the moment.
It was
don't lie to him.
It was about 4 days in advance. So we go. JoJo is supposed to go. Billy all of a sudden tags along, right? Cool, whatever. I will drive. I had my tiny ass Subaru Impreza at that point, 2-door. Had the back seat. Billy couldn't even fit back there because he was tall as fuck. JoJo was sitting in the front seat. I pay for gas all the way there. Not a fucking dime. I think JoJo paid me like $10 the whole trip. Billy didn't give me a dime because he worked at McDonald's and he had like fucking 4 kids.
Did he offer to give you money?
He said he would, but it never happened. You know, water under the bridge, I could give shits about that. This is why I spent $2,000 though. Drove all the way there. I paid for the hotel.
Then why would you bring it up?
I paid because it fucking pisses me off that I spent $2,000 on a weekend.
But it was years ago, though.
Yes, it was years ago. But no, Christian.
Water under the bridge.
The reason why I'm bringing it up because Christian's involved with my money spending.
Whoa.
No, not whoa.
I'm involved in the money, in the meal at a certain one-time thing.
Exactly. So
McDonald's?
I pay for the whole hotel. That was like a couple $100 for the
Had
weekend.
nothing to do with me.
Couple $100 for the weekend. I went to the mall with them and bought a fire ass outfit. I spent like $200 on some shoes.
Fucking JoJo wore it.
Yeah, and then JoJo ends up stealing my shoes and shit after I bought them. Bought a whole outfit and shit. Spent like $300 on that, and then like $200.
He called it an outfit. He wouldn't got an outfit.
I did. I got a fit for the party. I was trying to style in.
Impressing.
Exactly. So we get there. So I'm paying for basically
What'd you buy
everything.
at a Columbus Tan and awning?
Oh, fuck yourself.
No, it's Columbus tent and awning.
Oh, tan and awning. Sorry.
Yeah, tan and awning. What the hell
God,
is that?
I tried
Tan,
to.
what was he trying to get a tan?
It sounds like
Come on, Klein, get it together.
It sounds like a legitimate business.
Come on, you
Something we
southern
probably
asshole.
need to start.
I'm pretty sure Columbus tent and awning is a legitimate business.
It probably
actually,
is. I
it is.
guarantee you look that shit up on Google. It's a real place.
It is. Actually, it is.
They might have some clothes that fit me. You know, nowadays stores get
Well, no, if you need a
smaller and
tent and
smaller.
awning, they got you covered.
Hey, bro, they definitely
Literally,
got you covered.
They got you covered.
But but the funny thing is, we went to McDonald's. I think at one time on the trip, the 4-hour drive there, because we left at like midnight that night or something, and got there like super early in the fucking morning. I think we got there late as hell. We slept for like an hour or two, woke up, and then we went and met Christian. I paid for everybody's McDonald's. I paid for everybody's stop at the gas station to get food and drinks. We went to Walmart and got some shit. Paid for basically everything. Yeah, fuck it. But basically bought everything for this whole trip. Get there, pay for the hotel, bought the fit. We go out. This whole night pissed me off. We go to this frat party that is packed as hell. $5 a cup for
That's
a
how
frat
it usually
party, dude.
is.
You're out there with dudes.
a frat. No, I mean there
No,
was
there
everybody.
was-
There was hella bitches.
Always.
Hella bitches.
Always.
We had a good time, but by the time we made it to the keg, because they're so packed, it's basically foam at this point. And they had like
so
three.
it's bottomed out.
They had like 3
But
kegs.
that was literally that was one of my first weeks there, so I didn't know that many people
Right.
at this point. I kept telling you to come down later on when I knew hella people.
Well, shit happened after that, obviously. But
COVID.
no, not COVID, but
No, not COVID.
having a baby.
I got the cowboy killer cough, guys. Sorry. It's not the COVID-19 cough.
The cowboy kid. You got a dick stuck in your throat, Tony? Come on.
No, do you? I know your
I ain't
mom
got
does.
just. Oh,
You wish it was yours.
Ooh, you did? No,
I
I
mean,
can't say that because
why with
my
your-
wife might be listening.
I love how you brought up how you're happily married, and the next thing you said was, "I love hanging out with my friends."
So what's wrong with that? Don't you like hanging out with your friends?
hey, while you're hanging out with my
Yeah,
mom,
but I wouldn't have. If I was in a relationship like that, I wouldn't have just
My wife
went ahead and
approves
said,
of me coming over here.
"I'm sure she does. She
Yeah,
loves us."
So where's your date? No, you're dateless.
okay.
I could have a date.
go
I
ahead,
don't
let him
understand.
finish, but go
I don't
ahead.
understand that your argument here.
No, what's your argument?
So what do I have to do? Take a girl to the movies?
Sure, why not?
hey, wait.
Dinner?
I don't
got-
do that.
I got
Why
one for
not?
you.
I haven't found a girl that maybe I have, but maybe it's in the works.
Wait,
Maybe it's not a girl. Maybe it's a guy.
It's
that you
not
like.
a guy.
Let's hold up here. Let's backtrack.
It's in the
Okay,
works.
we're going to
Let's
backtrack.
No,
listen
let's
to Crispy.
backtrack about
Tony's always
about a
talking
date
shit.
idea. How about them?
Thinks he knows my business, but he
Christian,
don't.
How about them
kinda
Christmas lights you were supposed to go to with somebody last
Oh
week?
my fucking
Oh,
god!
here we go. Big Crispy bringing it out. My dog.
Bro, I totally forgot about that shit.
Oh, you did.
Yeah,
This
wasn't a guy.
I totally, dude.
I don't think it was a date. I wouldn't
It was not a
consider it
date. It was.
But
It
Christian,
was. It was a friendly hangout.
But Christian
it was
didn't
not
have
a
plans,
date.
and
Which
he
is
fucked
awesome,
up.
dude.
Dude,
I
I
think
didn't
you
get
should
off
do
till
that.
7 o'clock that night.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying you talk about wanting to have dates. That was your opportunity.
I never said I wanted to have a date. But if I want to have a date, I've got some people to ask.
Well, good.
But that doesn't mean I do it. It's just,
Hey,
I am the type of person. Let's just get this out of here.
Okay, let's
I'm
get
the
it.
type
Go
of
ahead.
person that I really have to fuck with you to fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
that is true. I mean, that's
That
how
might
a
make
lot of
sense
us
to
are.
him,
I
but
think.
not to me.
I don't just fuck with everybody. I
What do you
agree.
mean?
Exactly.
What do you mean, fuck with you?
Not every person that approaches me or comes at me with the opportunity to take them out or be with them or make it something more than friends do I want.
That's
I like
true.
to chase.
He likes the.
It's a thrill of the
likes it
chase.
hard.
I get
He
that.
likes
What
it
I
hard.
want,
get
I
that.
chase after. Doesn't mean I always get it. Just
So-
like everybody else.
So when it's served to you on a silver platter, you
yes,
don't
I
want
do
it,
not
basically.
want it. No.
I agree.
I like
mean,
to
that's
chase.
understandable.
No, I've got
Just make sure.
I think I'm how should I put this? I've got some good girls that I think would potentially want to be with me, but I'm the type of person that wants to feel
Well,
things
first
out.
of all, you have a job, which is good.
Yeah, but I want to feel things out. I want to make sure that will work out because, like I said, my mindset is I want to date to marry. I don't want to.
You're
Just-
too young to get married.
And
dude.
well, that's the problem.
Exactly. I don't want to get married right now, but I want to make sure that I have somebody that I could potentially be with forever.
Well, that's
it's-
awesome, Christian. I
That's
like that.
it.
No, I agree with that
That's
because
cool.
honestly,
I like that,
90%
Christian.
of
I
the
really
people
do.
our
And-
generation don't know what
exactly,
they want,
exactly.
and I agree with that.
And
I like that a lot.
nobody knows what they want, and that's the trouble. Is because if they don't know what they want, I don't know what I want. I mean, I know what I want, but I don't know if what they want is what I want.
Exactly. You don't want to get married young, be with somebody for 5 years, and then find out
Exactly.
she cheated
I
on you
want
4
it.
times or
I
something.
want this to be
There
a
was
one
no
and done.
You had nothing in common and all this.
But I mean, what's the way? Most people our age, they feel like when they get married young like that, they feel like they're missing out on something, right? So basically, when they get around like the 26 age to 30, they feel like they're missing out, and then that's when they cheat or fuck up, or something.
Or that's when it ends.
Exactly, or they get divorced, and that's exactly why we had that
Best time
mindset
to
of
get
like,
married is when you're about 32.
right when you're older. I
When did you
completely
get
agree.
married?
To me,
I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't know if I am or not.
He doesn't know. Yeah, he's married. He's married.
I've been
He has
married
he has a
for-
wonderful wife. She's
I
cool
do
as
have
hell.
a wonderful wife. I've been married for
She is cool as hell.
21 years.
He's been married for I don't know.
Hell, let me slap my face around. No, my wife Melanie is a fantastic woman, and I've been
Yeah,
married
but
for
the
22 years.
amount you talk with my mom, I might end up at your house one night when you're at my mom's house one night.
It don't matter. 'cause
Me and
what are you
Mel,
gonna do, cook-
me and Mel are pretty
We're
good
gonna
together.
do cook food.
You might catch Tony on the east side one of these nights.
Hey, yeah. On the east side. What
No,
is
but-
that? What's that strip club that you talking about? A candy store or something like
No,
that?
the can't. No,
Candy shop?
It is it's called Cahoots, and it's no longer
Cahoots
open.
is no
No,
longer
Cahoots. Cahoots is where I almost basically got fucked in the.
Oh
in the
my
lap
God!
dance.
What was his name?
Wow, Tony. Actually, this
Oh,
was
it's a joke, Crispy.
it was my cousin's. It was my cousin's wedding. Me, my brothers, my dad, and his girlfriend went out to Cahoots after the wedding.
You know what the thing
Um,
about
it was my
Cahoots-
birthday.
I'll let you finish.
It was my birthday, and they paid for me to get a lap dance. One private dance.
Back
This
in the
was
rooms, those rooms
this
are
was the
nice.
first exactly, but the problem is this was the first time I've ever been to a strip club, and I wasn't so familiar with how it worked. So
Somebody behind me.
one private dance ended up turning into like 5, and I like walked out because I didn't know they only paid for one. I was like, she's just like, do you want me to continue? And I'm like, well, fuck yeah, I'm having a good time. I was all fucked up, like basically. Hair was messed up. My tie and shit was all messed. Like my shirt was unbuttoned and shit. It was a good time. And basically, I walk out. I go back to our table or something. The bouncer comes up. He goes, "That'd be $90." I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, you were back there for like 5 songs or some shit. It's like $90. So they played whatever for one song.
Motherfucker
And I
got
ended up
caught
trying-
the fuck up,
I ended up
did
trying
he?
to-
She talked your ass into those
Exactly.
5 songs, buddy.
And then I ended up being there for 5 songs, and they had to cough up like another night. I ended up paying for some of it, even though it was my
he
birthday.
ended up paying for all of it.
No, I paid about $60.
This song isn't that long.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. That was the first time I ever been. I didn't know how it worked. But
That's where they
Cahoots-
get you.
Cahoots was the best strip club because you go in that bathroom, and they had that little
Well, you know
attendant
why
guy in there.
Cahoots was the best strip club? Because you could go there and get dinner and a show.
Exactly. But
No. I can tell you a strip club story.
Oh, Lord.
So
can't
I
wait
was
to hear
in
this.
Morgantown, and this was my I had an apartment down there or whatever, and it was on New Year's, and I didn't come home for Christmas or anything because I couldn't get off work. So there was a fucking strip club down there. I can't remember the name of it. I'd have to look it up. But anyway, I was researching hey, what should I do for New Year's? So they had a fucking bus service to pick you up at your crib and take you home when you're done. These motherfuckers picked me up. I went in there. I probably stayed
for free.
for free. It was completely free.
With the bus ride?
Yes, to and from. I fucking go in there, get fucked up. I mean, Jesus, man. And you know, them strip clubs in West Virginia, they ain't wearing no pasties.
And they ain't got no panties.
No, they were doing some crazy shit up on the pole.
She's spitting a ping pong ball out of her vagina.
Oh, my God. Crispy.
They're using
Come on,
fingers.
dude.
Hey,
Listen, they're using fingers
Call
and
her
everything.
Bubbles 'cause she's blowing
It's
them.
crazy.
Speaking of
crazy.
Bubbles, he's back in town and he's looking for you.
But anyway, I got fucked up. I was totally by myself because all my roommates left. I had not shit to do. So, of course, I went out, had an amazing time, got fucking plastered. They got on that bus. I was literally the last person there. And the guy's like, hey, you want me to take you home? I'm like, yeah, I guess if I have to leave.
I can't go home with one of the dancers.
Can I just stay here forever?
Oh, man, that's how it goes. You know, that's the worst part, though, because you get them good strip clubs like Cahoots and that place in West Virginia, and then you get places like the strip club over there on Treview Road that you walk in there.
Oh, the dollar. Yeah, you have to take your own
Booze in?
Yeah, bring
Well,
your
that
own.
wouldn't be a problem for you, Tony.
That's like Expressions in Tiffin where I used to live. That shit was like $10 to get in. It was BYOB, and then there was
You had
dollar.
to buy it back.
Hey, but there was not in that one. It was just bring whatever. That one was good, and it was $1 lap dance. You could get a fucking Snickers bar or a lap dance, and let me
Motherfucker,
tell
you got both.
And let me tell you, that's a hard choice for this motherfucker. that lap dance was
He's like,
nowhere to tell.
Can I get 2 Snickers? Just give me 2 Snickers. That's all I need.
You go to that strip club and you drop about $30.
Bro,
Easy.
speaking of the
Have a good
motherfucking
time.
Snickers bar, that one night we came in here fucked up, and I had a fucking Snickers bar in the fridge, and you looked at it and you're like,
Did Lucas take it?
why is a Snickers bar in here? I said, yeah, it's mine. I think it's been in there about a week. He goes, kind of pauses for a second. He's like, can I have it? I'm like, fuck no, you can't have it. I'm probably going to eat that a week from now.
That's my Snickers.
Dude, I was fucked up that night.
He probably fucking ate it
No, I didn't.
because it ended up missing.
That was probably your brother because I did not need that.
I don't know.
You
Fuck
that
it. Whatever.
But anyways, there's some good strip clubs and there's some bad strip clubs. Because the one on Treview, we went there with JoJo one time. It was like a $10 cover. We weren't drinking age at this time. I think we just turned 18 or some shit.
Oh, no. You just brought up some crazy shit.
We got in the strip club. You got about 2 pregnant women. You have one with the big C-section scar, which I'm not against.
But we'll save that for the
I'm
next
not
time.
against
I
pregnant.
got one, too.
I'm not
Oh
against
my
pregnant
God.
women, and I'm not against a C-section scar. But
We know.
these people were not it. I mean, these
I
people
don't
were
think
the
he's too much against anything.
bottom of the
This
barrel.
motherfucker will take anything.
Like it's like they went down to Sullivan Avenue, They found.
Hold on, man. I'm from the west side,
exactly.
brother.
They went to Sullivan Avenue.
Don't be talking about the west side
They
now.
went to Sullivan Avenue.
Don't
They
be talking
picked up-
about the bottoms like that.
They picked up the 3 night walkers or whatever you call them on the fucking side of the street, and they put them in the strip club.
Why do your fingers look like little pieces of small French fries?
Because he's probably been eating some
All
fucking
right, so,
French fries.
but I'm
Anyway,
saying,
go
that
ahead.
strip club sucked. So we basically paid $10 to get in. I think we were in there for
Oh, no, you was at the body shop.
No.
I know where
We
you
were
was
in
at.
there for about 1 to 3 songs.
He done went to the body shop.
We were in there for about 1 to 3 songs, and we literally
He
turned around
probably
and
licked
left.
the lollipop.
I think I spent $5. I think I literally threw 5 ones, and that was it. And the $10 to get in, and
That's
we left.
probably why they didn't give you a good time, motherfucker. You tipped $5.
Bro, did you see the women that
He
were in
spent
there?
more to get. No, he didn't because he wasn't with you.
I'm not gonna
He
tip.
spent more to get in than he tipped.
Yes.
Motherfucker, that wasn't even enough for them to get a crack rock.
Well, that's not my problem. You shouldn't hire bottom of the barrel strippers at a strip club.
Well,
That's
you
not
was
how it
probably in the bottom of the barrel
works.
area.
Hey, one. And
He
that's
did.
where
He
my
said the
house
west
is.
side.
Are you kidding me? It's like 5 minutes from my house. I'm not in that bad of a neighborhood.
Yeah, but when you go 5 minutes from there, you could get in some bad areas. My route's over
We're
there.
getting closer to Hilliard. What are you talking about? Not closer to Sullivan.
You name one strip club in Hilliard other than my bedroom.
There isn't a strip club in Hilliard.
Hey,
Exactly.
what about, why are we talking about sirens with the Stormy Daniels shit that went on?
Oh, how Stormy
Oh,
got
you
caught.
gotta let that go.
That motherfucking place is fucking ran by the mob. I swear to God. You walk in
Actually,
that
it's
place,
a nice
I swear.
establishment. I mean, they could do.
Oh,
really
I'm
good
sure
things
you
over
made
there.
your rounds in there.
Oh, what do you mean? I made my rounds.
I'm sure you
Hey,
have.
we've
I've
had
delivered beer there.
Yeah.
we've had a few people from high school end up at that strip club. So
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
we went all deep.
You would know. I don't know.
bullshit. We follow on them. We're both friends with them on Facebook.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Instagram.
You mean we have one friend?
I think there's been a couple.
No.
No, because her.
No.
friend,
See,
because
my
her
best
and her
friend, my best friend in high school dated her. That's the only reason I know her. So
Right.
we chilled
Okay,
for maybe like a year.
so you may not know her other friend, but I was friends with her other friend that ended up. Well, 2 of them actually ended up being there.
Well, see, this is the first I'm hearing about it.
Well, there was
Well,
like
who
3 of
didn't
them.
know that, Christian?
There was about 3 of them I knew
It's
from
not
high
about
school
you
ended up
this
at the
time.
strip club. But tell your story. Tony will tell his story.
No, I'm
and-
done. I'll wait till next time.
You're gonna wait till next time to tell that story.
Already.
All right. Well, Christian, wrap up your story.
All right, so Mr. Tony Colombini's going to leave us for the night. Me and Mr. Big Simpin is going to keep going.
Simpin'?
Yeah.
That's how they call it, bud. I told you I'm changing my name from Big Crispy to Big Simpin' because
Yeah,
that
'cause
takes
No,
he's
you're Big
always
Crispy.
big simping over
You're
these
always going to
TikTok
be Big
whores.
Crispy.
Big Crispy does what?
Gets them bitches.
Hey, that's what I'm talking.
No, we got to talk about that because I swear,
He's Big Crispy.
I got to
and
say
bitches
this
love
fucking
him.
story. I got to tell this
All right,
story.
I'll stick around for
Speaking of
one
this.
more story.
So we go to Indian Lake for a weekend.
Heard about this?
We go to Indian Lake for a weekend. And we are fucking faded. And we are walking to this bar. It's literally like, I would say maybe like,
It was about a mile.
yeah, I wouldn't even say a mile.
3/4 of a
Maybe
mile.
you thought it was a mile, but
Hey,
no, it wasn't a mile.
3/4 of a mile.
I would say maybe like
By the time you get out of the park, out of the
1,000 feet.
out of the time you get out of the time you get out of the neighborhood and then walk to the bar, it's about a quarter.
Whatever. buddy.
3/4 of a mile.
Whatever. Anyway, we're on the fucking walk there. And we're just like bullshit. This dude looks at me. He goes, I just want everybody at Indian Lake to know that Big Crispy fucks bitches. And I fucking lost it.
Facts. I ain't even gonna deny that.
But
I am the Bigfoot of Indian Lake, baby. You see me,
I'm
and
Big Crispy.
you see me, and
bitches love me.
everybody talks about me. Up
This
there.
motherfucker does a landmark in Indian Lake. It is a fucking landmark forever.
I'm telling. Did we not at Froggy's that night? Did we not have 2 girls
Oh my.
making out, and the one girl was fingering the
Yes,
other girl?
on the
Probably because you
fucking-
paid him.
And we're
No.
right. No, we're.
I don't believe
We
it.
are right in
dead
front of the
straight
band.
up.
We are right in front of the band.
Swear to God,
This
on
one girl.
life.
This one girl's making out with the other girl that's dating.
No, we could ask Shane about it. Shane
could.
was there.
Shane was there.
Shane and White were there.
They were grinding. One was grinding on me. One was grinding on Christian, and they were fingering each other, making out. It was fucking some wild shit. Indian Lake is better than BG.
Oh, dead ass. Straight
That
up.
bar Froggies is made. Oh, and then that fucking
I've been to Froggies. I've
that
been around there.
50-year-old lady that came up to me later that
What
night
do you
and
mean
started
50? That ain't a bad age.
She was fit. I'm not saying she was bad age.
Mr.
Hot.
Columbini's in his 50s, if you guys didn't know.
This hot
They
blonde.
probably did.
This hot blonde. I'm not talking about. She's 50. We were talking to her. She lives over here in Columbus. Comes up, starts unbuttoning my shirt, running her hand through my hair. I said,
But then she tried to come over to me, too. She was trying to...
But she had her friend
It
with her,
doesn't
too.
matter,
Her
Christian,
friend...
because you're just going to shoo them off.
But her friend was
Oh,
doing all
my
both of them.
God.
But listen, me and Christian got some stories about Indian Lake.
All right, Columbini out.
Well, you have a good night, Tony.
All right, Tony's
We'll
going
catch
to...
you
First
next
of all,
time.
I would
Hey,
definitely like to thank C.C. Klein, Christian Klein,
Okay.
and my boy, Big Crispy.
We appreciate you, Tony. Thank you
A.K.A.
for being a
Big
guest.
Simpin'.
Thank you for being the first guest.
Big Crispy. Oh, you know I'll be back probably next week.
That is true.
Hey, thank you for coming on.
Actually, Thursday, because we're probably going to do it Thursday.
In my garage.
Hey, if that's where we got to do it, we're mobile now, baby. We got that mobile setup.
Hey, Mr. Columbini will be on this podcast for many episodes, so stay tuned.
Exactly. We
We'll
appreciate
get some
you.
chicken grease.
Hey,
You have
we're
a good night.
All right, love you guys.
we're gonna
Love you
take
too.
a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
All right, we're back. Sorry for that little break there. As we were saying bye to Mr. Tony Colombini. Now it's just me and Christian.
Fucking great guest, man.
That was a good time. I really enjoyed this first part of the podcast. I appreciate you all for listening to and supporting us at the beginning of this. You know, we appreciate every single one of you and can't wait for you to come along this journey and listen to us being stupid as usual. I apologize if we say anything stupid that might offend you, but that's just who we are.
Yeah, pretty fucking accurate.
We're an asshole sometimes, but it doesn't always portray what we actually mean. and say.
Like I said earlier, I have good intentions.
Right. We both have good intentions. You know, we both believe stuff outside of this podcast, but for a comedy purpose, that's just who we are. You know, you hang out around us long enough, you see some of these sides.
Oh yeah, you definitely see it.
But you know, in public, we're gonna be straight and proper. Let's be honest here. But anything else you want to talk about regarding anything on this podcast that you might enjoy?
Oh, I got something to talk about.
What would that be?
We'll talk about these single moms and their antics on social media.
Oh Jesus! Let me tell you.
Oh, I
about
know
that.
you see it, because I see it too.
I would like me some MILF and cookies. And I know what I said there.
Oh shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Some of this social media is the worst thing invented. for
Oh, I think so too.
relationships, Because holy shit, the way some of these women portray themselves online is crazy. And I'm not saying guys don't do it too. Guys do it too.
Oh yeah, for
In
sure.
the DMs asking.
It goes
for shit all
both
the time.
ways.
But let me tell you, there's nothing worse than a single mom at 5:00 on a Friday night, evening, or whatever on Facebook that got a picture that's a little too revealing.
A little.
A little too revealing. You know them DMs are blowing up.
Or they probably have a picture. Tell me if I'm wrong here. They probably have a picture in their gallery that they posted recently or, you know, maybe within the last month or two. They're probably sitting on the sink. And their caption's probably some shit like, "Oh, my hair's so long."
And it's nothing but their backside. That's
It's
all you
nothing
fucking
but
see.
that ass.
That is true. I mean, I can recall a couple of people.
Oh, I
on-
can
in
recall.
social media
Yeah, me too.
that do that. I ain't even gonna lie. And you're right. I mean, that's the worst thing, you know? That's why I feel so bad for relationships. Because, you know, everybody needs basically, whatchamacallit, self-validation right away. You post a picture,
That's
normal.
the problem.
You post a picture of yourself normal with a smile or some shit, probably get 10 likes. You post a picture of you in your fucking bikini or panties or some shit, basically half naked on social media, you're getting 200, 300 plus likes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Comments out the wazoo and shit like that. And it's that self-validation that makes them keep coming back and posting that way. That's why social media is the worst.
It can be good and it can be bad. I
Well,
think
yeah,
it just depends.
I mean, there's good aspects for, you know, especially like this, you know, if our distributing our podcast gives the chance for people to listen. But
Yeah.
if you're in a long-term relationship, the worst thing you can have is social media because everybody is so on the edge nowadays. Oh, why did that girl like your picture? Oh, why did you like her picture on Instagram? That shit ruins relationships.
See, that shit is
left and
fucking
right.
stupid. See, I didn't even think about shit like that.
But you know what happened? You see it all the time. You see it online. People flip out over something.
Because that shit is, like, that's for people who are overly obsessed. Like, okay, because I liked a girl's picture doesn't mean that I talk to her or, how should I say this? Okay, if a girl's hot, she's hot. I'll like her picture. That doesn't mean that I'm sliding in her DMs like a fucking winter snow's come.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I may got them goggin eyes on them girls on TikTok, but you ain't the one I'm coming home to at night.
Oh, exactly.
Like
it's just what fancies your eyes. You know what I mean? Like,
we're humans.
Yeah,
every human's that way.
Just like I saw this meme today. There's a meme today. It said, "Oh, babe, I don't care about your little booty." And then it says, "His porn search history: big booty, fat bitches."
Did you see my comment on that one Facebook post of the Wendy's or McDonald's?
Yeah, I saw that shit.
I told you, give me that 4-4 spicy nugs. That carpet's got to match them drapes. I'll let her drip her Frosty all over my face. I don't care. She was fine. Redheads all day long.
At the same time, like, I do want to bring this up because, like, I feel like with this whole social media shit, it really doesn't give good girls the homage that they deserve, because those are the girls that we really want. You know what I mean? Like, girls that don't act provocative and like they want attention all the time. You know what I mean? Like that's not what I want, at least. I can't speak for everybody. Like, but
right.
You know what I mean? Like, I thought about this the other day. Like, what we were talking about with the OnlyFans thing. You know, like, how would you feel if you went to work or whatever you're doing? Say you go out to a bar and you see your homie that you ain't seen in a while. And he looks at you and he's like, "Damn, did you see it? You see what your girl posted on OnlyFans? That girl really knows what she's doing with her hands. Like, damn, I can't wait to see the next thing she posts. Boy, you crazy. I ain't going to date her.
Exactly.
Because I don't want to deal with that."
I agree with that, because coming on that fact, the point is, I mean, I think it comes to a certain point. If she's doing it privately and she's not showing her face and she's not...
But you ain't going to make no bread doing it privately.
Okay, but I'm saying, like, basically, if she is not putting herself out there to everybody you know, because that would be the worst thing. Like, if my fucking brother came up to me and was like, "Yo, your wife's OnlyFans is fire," I'd be fucking pissed off.
Yeah, but circles intertwine
You're gonna
lot
have
more than you think they do.
No, I
know
agree.
What I mean?
You're going to have that at some point, but some people are okay with it. But like you said, not everybody wants that. I don't, especially with me seeing people and how they act online, I do not want a girl that is fishing for likes constantly on Instagram or Facebook. So what's the point in that? She's never going to be satisfied in her life. Because if you cannot give her that self-validation, how the hell are you going to provide that for her?
Yeah, because she's looking for it in other places.
Exactly. She's going to be constant. You know, you think she's going to stop posting ass pictures online just because she's dating you? Hell no. That moment that you guys have an argument or she feels down about herself, she's going to go do something, post some shit online.
Because people are vindictive as hell.
Exactly. That's how it is. And you know what? That's the worst part about our generation, is that the fact that women and guys don't know how to date in our generation. That's the worst part, is everybody just wants to fuck, and that's basically it. Like, plain and simple.
I don't think so
certain people obviously don't.
I think people want to date, but I think there are so many people that are so fixated on that validation and other people's opinion. I mean, it's not even just us. It's older people too. Just look at older people's Facebook. They're posting everything they're doing. Every family photo, everything that's going on. It's mostly women, but older women, you know, up in their 40s to 50s. But I feel like men don't really give a fuck, but that's what, I mean, that could be wrong. I don't fucking know everybody's Facebook, you know what I mean? So what I'm basically noticed is, it's basically like this. It's like, I think people our age want relationships, but how people are portraying themselves online, it's like, why would I want to be with them? Mm-hmm. It's not just women, it's dudes too. They're doing the same shit. You know what I mean?
It's guys as well. I agree with that. I think like you said, it's not that they don't want a relationship, it's they don't know how to be in a relationship. It's the fact of everybody has to make themselves feel. You can't love yourself. You can't love somebody else unless you love yourself, basically.
No, I agree with that.
And everybody wants basically attention, and when they don't get that from whoever they're dating,
they're going to find it in another
They seek
place.
it otherwise, and that's the worst part about it. Is you have these people that go out and do this shit, and then you end up with them arguing. You know, why the hell did you like this person? Why are you DMing her or whatever? And then that's what ruins the relationship. The fact that nobody wants to work on it, everybody gives up way too easily.
Yeah.
Just like work.
Of course.
You got all these people that want jobs, but you got no motherfucker that wants to work hard.
Things
earn
get
that
hard,
money.
so let's just fucking give up on it. Fuck it.
Exactly, and that's the worst part is that basically, like when I worked in the factory, we had the worst turnover. Good pay, the worst turnover. Because every motherfucker that came in would work a week, realize it's hard, and be like, fuck this, why the hell do I want to do this job? I'll go work at McDonald's and flip burger, fuck somebody's order up every single day, and make $14 an hour. Like, why the hell do I have to work, you know, in this factory for $20-something an hour or whatever and fucking work my ass off?
Okay, here's a big point that I want to bring up here. I think since you were talking about our generation, I think a major problem with our generation is because we saw our parents' marriages fail.
True.
And now we're scared because we don't want to have to go through the same things that we witnessed.
Right. I mean,
my parents were divorced. Were yours?
yes, my parents were divorced
Exactly.
at a younger age, obviously.
And you don't, same with me.
right. And
So
it does
we-
fuck you up because you don't know how to love. You don't, especially when it happens when you're young, you experience that and you think that's okay. Or you think, you know, you're
Exactly.
like, you don't know how to love because you never seen your parents doing something loving for somebody else. You basically seen them argue, especially if they didn't hide it. All you did was see them argue, right?
I wouldn't even say it's that. It's just like, I feel like if you break it down, it's more, we don't want to go through the same things that we saw our parents go through.
Right. I mean, that I agree because divorce is expensive nowadays. If you really don't love somebody, that's why I've been single for 3 years or something now, after the whole situation with who I was in a relationship with.
Yeah.
I do not want to date and waste. If I know I'm not going to
You
date
want
this
to
person,
date to marry.
Exactly.
Just like what I said.
not. And this is where it stems down to. I know how it felt going through the shit I went through with her. Why would I want to put somebody else through that? Why would I want to date somebody for 5 years and not love them the whole time I was with them? And basically be like, well, it was a good run, but fuck you, I'm done. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, I would not want to do that to somebody else, and I wouldn't want it done to me. So if I'm talking to somebody and I know I'm not going to date them, like, I cannot see myself with them, what's the point?
the use?
Yeah, what's the point in wasting my time? So for me to be satisfied and for you not to waste your time, I'm going to tell you straight up, like, listen, I don't see us together. I'm sorry. But, like, I get we've been talking, but I think for best of both worlds, we should just, you know, keep it as friends and leave it as that. If you don't want to be friends, that's understandable. You know, because some people do develop feelings a lot faster.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had those crazy people on dating apps where they're like a week into talking, they're like, I love you. And you're like, what the fuck? Just like that one girl when we were
Yep.
going up to Indian Lake.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
This girl randomly adds me on Snapchat. Don't even know who she is. Lives in, I don't know, some fucking Ohio town, like an hour from Columbus. Never met her. Don't even know how she got my Snapchat. Probably found it on Instagram because I think that's the only place it's located. Basically adds me and Snapchat me. Not a person I would go for. So we'll just put it at that. She's not a person that I find attractive.
She was ugly as fuck is what he's trying to say.
Not trying to be a dick, but she was not a person I would
And
go for.
she didn't have the personality to make her looks
Exactly.
look better.
She had a horrible personality. That's the worst thing. You know, personality is big to me. If you don't have
yeah,
you,
me too.
you could be a 15 out of 10 and you could have a shitty personality and I don't want to date you. I don't even care how you're into you are with me. Shitty personality, not my type looking wise and otherwise. Basically way too clingy. We were talking, I'm a nice person.
When you say talking, you mean messaging on Snapchat?
Messaging back
like
and forth
at
on Snapchat.
first?
Right.
And
but
you didn't even know her?
I didn't know her, and I'm nice, you know, I'm the nice person. So I talk back and forth with her. You know, because some people are just lonely nowadays. That
So
shit
you
happens.
were entertaining her.
I was, you know, I wouldn't say entertaining because it never got to that point of talking about that, but I was being nice. And basically through the conversation, I don't know what the hell happened. I don't know how it happened, but she developed feelings and was clingy as fuck. I never talked to her in a flirting manner or a sexual manner or anything that
Okay,
would make her
that's
think I
different.
liked her. That's the problem. I never said anything like that. I never said, you know, oh, you're beautiful. You know, I mean, like, I never commented about her or nothing. And we go to Indian Lake, and she goes, oh, what are you doing this weekend? I said, oh, well, me and my buddy Christian, you know, we have plans to go to Indian Lake this weekend. You know, I think it was, 4th of July or something?
Yeah.
We're trying to have a good time. Oh, so you're not going to come see me? I said, I've been talking to you for 3 days. I don't even know you. How am I supposed to come see somebody I don't even know? And she flipped the fuck out. I flipped the fuck out, and I'm talking messaging me like back and forth like 7 times. So I ignore her every single message. I get to Indian Lake or
That
whatever.
was your first mistake.
Okay, yeah. And I drive to Indian Lake. You know, we stopped at the gas station. We get to Indian Lake. Was this the weekend my car broke down too? So we're on our way to Indian Lake. We good.
We had
like,
to
the
go
fir-
20 miles an hour the whole ride.
Yeah, the first half, we were going like 60, 70, you know, the normal highway speed. We stop at the gas station, and then all of a sudden my car just goes like 20 miles per hour.
Dude, it took us hours and hours to get there for a ride.
It's an hour.
It was like an hour and 10 minutes total.
And then it took us almost 3 hours to get there. So my car's fucked up at this point. I'm already in a shitty mood. I get to Indian Lake. She texts me like all pissed off. I said, sorry, I was driving. Didn't mean to ignore you.
See?
Like, what's up?
You were entertaining her.
I was trying to be nice. So I'm
See,
like, what's
some
up?
people will take that a
So-
different way.
And then she goes, oh, I see how it is. So you really didn't want to come see me, and you drove all the way fucking up there and basically hanging out with your friend. And I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, listen, I get it, but we're not a thing. We're not dating. We haven't talked. This is a little much, you know? It is what it is. You're just a little much. So I basically put that to the side. I ignored her for the rest of the weekend. The whole time I'm posting on my Snapchat story, she is messaging me every post. Oh, I see you dancing with them bitches. Oh, I see you hanging out
my
with people at the
fucking
beach.
God.
And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this person? I had to block her on Snapchat.
But here's my thing is like, you were never serious about her, and you didn't show any intentions of being serious with her.
That's the thing.
And even if you, okay, say you were serious about her, would you really have posted those fucking Snapchat stories that you did? Obviously, probably not.
Even if I was serious about it, probably. Listen, I understand. If I'm in a committed relationship or I'm committedly talking to somebody, maybe not. But I don't give a fuck.
Neither do
I
I.
am who I am. I'm going to post what I want when I want, no matter what. Just like my Facebook. You know my Facebook.
Me
Your
too.
Facebook's
We're
just
the
as bad.
exact same thing.
I get comments daily from my mom and my family. Why the fuck would you post that on Facebook? What is wrong with you? I'm pretty sure half my family prays for me at night because they probably want to disown me from the shit I post.
My parents, well, my dad fucking laughs at the shit, but he's like, but my dad's weird. He thinks people at his work are going to see that shit, even though I have no idea who the fuck he works with, and we're not friends, so.
That's exactly the point. Is your dad is just as bad, but he sends it through Messenger.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
all
you're
he does.
right. You're right.
He just sends it to you in Messenger
And
because he doesn't want to share.
he'll laugh at the shit. Like, he'll see the shit we post and laugh hard as fuck. And a lot of
Exactly.
times I'll share some shit that's funny, and he'll fucking send that shit to me in Messenger. I'm like, Dad,
Right?
fucking
already-
shared that shit. I know.
Exactly. And I mean, the worst thing on Facebook is the fucking meme groups we're in. And when you get a good ass meme that has you dying and you can't share it on Facebook.
Bro, we got to have Channing on here.
Yeah,
The meme hard or die.
that's true. We got to have him on
He
here.
started that shit.
Dude, that shit is I'm on
Dude,
that
I'm
page constantly.
telling you,
People
bro.
need to turn on their post to public because there is
Bro,
some fire
No,
memes.
no. He turned that shit off. He told me. It's because people were reporting him. He's in Facebook jail all the time.
Exactly. But that's the thing is there's so many good ass memes.
No, but he makes a lot of those fucking memes. That's what I'm saying. We got to have him on here,
Right,
bro.
but
Dude
that's-
is a clown.
That's the worst part is
I
you
gotta
can't-
hit him up
You
about it.
cannot post anything nowadays without being censored. That's how media is.
Exactly.
You know what the worst part is though? You can't post a joke, a kind of edgy joke online but you can post yourself basically half naked shaking your ass, and that's okay.
Exactly. Just like, let's just talk about, what was that Christmas song that got deemed?
Baby, it's cold outside or some shit
but
like
we can
that.
play WAP, Wet Ass Pussy.
Exactly.
Wet Ass Pussy's appropriate, but a Christmas song isn't. I just
because I think the demon is why the Christmas song is wrong is because it's basically trying to force someone to be in the house. You're basically trying to force them to stay. Okay, I get that happens, but we're grown adults, right? We should know that. Just like the whole when they took away Merry Christmas and it's only Happy Holiday shit. What the fuck?
fuck that shit.
Everybody has their own religion. We get that. We understand that. That's just like history now. Look at your brothers in school and shit like that. They don't even get taught the same history we get taught because it's deemed
No, I got
wrong.
taught a total different history than you because I grew up in the South.
Well, I get it. You grew up in the South. And
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God.
we
This is
learned about some of that shit,
crazy
obviously.
to think about, but I swear to God, this may make me sound stupid, but I swear, my whole life up until I was in maybe 7th grade, I thought the South won the war. Because that's the way they taught the fucking South Carolina history. I'm not even joking.
Well, I can understand that, obviously, because depending on where you grow up, they do teach differently.
No,
I understand that.
South Carolina history is crazy. I swear to God, I thought the South won the war, and then finally I was like, no, we didn't win the war.
Right, you motherfuckers lost.
You know what I mean? But
Y'all
I'm
got
not,
your ass kicked.
I wouldn't say that, but
But
I mean, I'm not saying I
Could
could
you
condone
imagine-
the
right.
Confederacy or anything. I'm just saying that's what I thought.
that's what I'm saying. But
Because
could you imagine?
that's what I was taught.
Could
You know
you
what I mean?
imagine the world we would live in if the South won? It would be horrible. I mean, we'd probably still be back in the 1930s and shit like that.
It'd probably
50s.
be bad.
I mean, it would
Probably
be horrible.
bad.
Still have segregation and shit like that, which, I mean, but this is my point. We reached a point where all this stuff does, there needs to be a certain point of this is not okay. But I think we've gotten to a point where people take it too far. Like all the liberal people. The cancel culture is absolutely horseshit.
No, it's fucking horrible.
You cannot cancel somebody for something they said 8 years ago on social media when it first came out, and they said something edgy. You know what I mean? There's posts that I've posted.
People are going to listen to this shit and think, oh, they're sexist and blase, blase. We're just fucking telling stories and we're being funny.
Exactly. We do joke.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not
and
because that's
fucking
not
take
how we
a
feel.
joke.
It's literally just a joke. We do it for comedy purposes only, and that's basically what it is. It does not affect how we think outside of, this podcast or whatever. We think differently in our own lives, and we have different things we, take care of and think about. But like I said, there's shit I've seen, because Facebook memories, everybody's got them. There's shit I've seen I posted from 2011, 2012, and I'm like, why the fuck would I have posted that? You grow and you mature as a person over time.
Yeah, me too, bro. My shit was hella emotional.
Exactly. You grow in as a person
your
over
shit
time.
was hella
Listen,
fucking emotional.
my social media...
If my shit's emotional, your shit is drastic.
My social media is basically a suicide watch 24/7 at some
Bro,
point.
there's hella posts that you post. My dad will message me and be like, is Crispy all right?
And I mean...
I'm like, I don't fucking know. I don't look at that shit.
Well, I mean, I think that stems to where some people are more emotional as a person. And, obviously as guys are supposed to be manly, strongly, whatever bullshit. But I'm not afraid to express how I feel. Just like my brother. My
Yeah.
brothers do that shit to me all the time. They'll be like, oh, you're such a pussy, blah, blah, blah. Why would you post something like that? You're a bitch. And it's like, listen, just because...
Who the fuck cares what they think?
Right, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Just because I express how I feel or I see something and I think, I felt that way before. Why is it okay for women to do it? I mean, that's most of women's social media that post like that anyways. It's either you're posting a thought or you're posting that shit, sad and feeling shit.
It's
why,
okay.
Why,
I
why
mean-
can't a guy do it? I mean, it's okay. Like I said, there's a certain point where we've crossed that line to where people, have to act a certain way. And if you don't act that certain way, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Well, we got to break that back down to where, everybody's not going to view the shit that you view the same way. So, you post that shit, somebody's going to be like, oh my God, is he okay? And
Right.
then you're just like, yo, I just, I was feeling this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I may post something that's kind of emotional, but listen, I may have felt that way sometimes. I think it's, okay to post that. It's not meaning I want to go slit my wrist and kill myself.
Yeah, but
just because I post something emotional,
in the same token, like, it just means people are worried about you. You know what I mean? So you can't really be like, yo, fuck you. You know
right,
what I mean?
And I think that's good. Like, I'm not like a fuck you person, but usually if somebody messages me, I'll be like, yo, I'm totally fine. Like, I just shared it because I wanted to share it. Most of the shit I share on Facebook does not have a meaning. If I share something, it does not have a meaning behind it. Like the comedy and shit, I'll laugh. I find it funny. That's why I'm sharing it. I mean, it may be edgy. It may be stupid. It may be, downright what the fuck? Why would you post that? But I find it funny. Me
too, bro.
I'm posting it for my opinion, and people that have, the personality of me and find that shit funny, I'm not posting it for the people that don't like it.
Here's my thing, is I share shit on Facebook because I laughed at that shit, and I think somebody, even if it's edgy, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Right.
It can be a little edgy, that's fine. But I have a very dark, edgy sense of humor.
And that's how I grew up too, dark and edgy. It's
exactly.
Hilarious.
No, it's fucking funny. I wouldn't even say, it's just, it's all about perception in general. So, I think that shit's funny. And I know, even if fucking a fourth of my friends list laughs, I just made their day. I just fucking made them laugh a little bit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's not all about me. It's about, I just want to make somebody else laugh.
Right.
You know what I mean?
If I get 10 people questioning why I posted something and I get 2 people to laugh, that makes me feel better on the inside. If I can make one person's day off of some shit funny, that's good. Just like if, say, you or I, if we fucking tripped and fell in dog shit, I'm probably messaging you and like, bro, I just fucking fell in some dog shit.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I find it funny, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, it's fucking ruined my day or whatever. It's how you see it, glass half empty or half full. I'm always on the positive side. I'll try to find the best in the situation. Yeah, I'll have shitty days or shitty situations and I may be down about it, but I'm always looking for the better in the end of the story, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to let some bullshit comment or some bullshit Facebook post ruin my day. Like some of these people that get on there. These people that, just like on the politics things, you share something about politics, all of a sudden you got 10 keyboard warriors coming under here. Oh my God, why would you put blah, 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 blah. Who gives a fuck? I'm not posting it for you. Keep your opinion in yourself. I could give 2 shits.
No, same for me. It's like, I will share that shit. And I already know as soon as I share that shit, I'm like, yeah, there's probably going to be about 4 liberal bitches that comment on this shit, piss the fuck off. Like, I don't fucking care what you comment.
Exactly.
Who the fuck
you don't see me going under your liberal post. I have plenty of friends that are, conservative, liberal, whatever, on that side of things that post shit like that. You don't see me going under their post and, typing
exactly
2 paragraphs talking about how you're wrong. I could care less. Your opinion is your opinion. Yeah. We're human. We all have different opinions and we need to learn to live with those difference of opinions.
Exactly.
The problem is one side does not know how to do that and one side does.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And that's where we come
that's
to
the thing is, like,
everything.
Everybody wants to fucking fight on social media. Like, motherfucker, social media is a joke.
It's basically
I'm sorry, it's a fucking joke.
It's basically a giant comedy
joke.
Club.
It's never serious, nor was it ever serious. And that's the problem. Everybody takes it fucking serious.
Right. If you want it to be serious, go follow people that are serious and don't follow it, other people. How hard is it if you see a post you don't like? How hard is it to click on that profile and hit unfriend or unfollow?
Exactly.
Instead of commenting 2 paragraphs about how I am wrong and then keep being my friend.
Well, just like with the fucking meme pages. Like, motherfucker, you might have 1,000 people on there that laugh at all the shit and share it. But somebody has to go on there and report all the shit and ruin it.
Exactly.
Put people in Facebook jail where they can't post funny shit for other people to enjoy, all because you're a fucking bitch. I'm sorry, it fucking pisses me off.
No,
I'm not even gonna lie.
I completely agree because the fact of social media censorship is just ridiculous. I don't understand how you can get away with posting some of the shit you do, and then it's wrong for something just like politics. Politics is the worst on social media because all the social media companies are basically leftist companies. I mean, it's proven by a fact.
Yeah, big tech companies are all leftist.
Exactly. So if anybody posts something that's controversial or goes against them, they block it or they remove it. But
they censor the right.
But you can post totally false information on the other side that portrays your side, and it's okay. But if I post facts with proven evidence about one side, it gets taken down as false info. That's what's crazy. I could say, oh, I went to this person's house, I stabbed him, killed his whole family or whatever, but it's not going to get taken down even though it's fake. It's false.
Duh.
I didn't do that. But if I post, well, I seen Joe Biden at Columbus today not wearing a mask, it's going to get taken down because it's false information. Even if I have a picture of him not wearing a mask or some shit like that.
Fuck Joe
public.
Biden.
Just like Nancy Pelosi. Oh, they trapped me into not wearing a mask at the hair salon. You walked in the motherfucker without a mask. Simple as that. I mean, not to get political, but that's just like basically the point and simple to explain it is you cannot sit there and say one thing is wrong and you are right, and then say the other thing is right and you are wrong. You have to have a balance, and there's no balance. It's so weighed, it's so swayed one way and not the other, and that's the problem.
You're right.
It's just ridiculous.
That's what all the Republicans have been saying.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, I don't want to get into politics or anything like that. And
we don't have to get into politics, but we
anybody
will in future episodes.
Right, and anybody that deals with it, that may not want to listen to it.
Whatever. We're not
It is what
super
it is.
political. We have our views, but,
Right,
we'll make jokes, but it's really not that serious.
Exactly, and if you have your own views, you have your own views, and that's okay. You may not agree with our views, we may not agree with yours, but you know what? We're human. In the end of the day, we don't all have to get along, but you know what? We should get along because it makes the world a better place.
No, we all can get along, but we don't all have to have the same views about who we voted for and and how we feel about certain policies.
Exactly. Well, you know what? The thing that cracks me up is like just the way people are, and the fact of that, like you said, it doesn't matter who you voted for or whatever. It's just the way we've come to is. Nobody can be right. It's always the other person is wrong.
Duh.
Instead of just being like, okay, you did what you did, I did what I did, who gives a fuck? That's how we should all be.
It's because our country is so divided.
And the worst part is media. Social media and media is the ones that do it. That's exactly why we're divided. And that's the only reason why we are the way we are, is because of the media. Because there's no reason for us to have media or anything like that, If the media was not around, it would be a lot different in this country. It'd be like, because when was the last time you remember, when we were younger, you never thought about media or what was said on the news or anything like that. It never affected your childhood, right? But growing up, we grew up with social media starting to be evolving and stuff like that. And it's like we are in the, wreckage, basically. We grew up with it, and we've watched it change.
No, we grew up,
the mindset.
When we were at that age of, wanting to do shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember fucking in 4th grade.
Right.
MySpace was fucking popping. And, of course, you know me. Motherfucker, I made a MySpace.
Exactly. I did, too. And you know what the worst thing is? My brothers and shit like that, where they're like, you're too young. You don't need to be on this.
Oh,
Why
of
the hell
course.
you're
They
creating a
all
MySpace?
said that. My sister said the same shit. And I got big ass trouble for making that fucking MySpace.
Exactly, and that happens. But you know what the thing is like...
But
now
that shit was popping, though, bro.
It was, and we had a good time on it. But the thing is, social media, when it first came out, was all about comedy. Just like YouTube. When YouTube first came out, what was the biggest thing on there? Edgy comedy and pranks and shit like that. Everything was funny on YouTube. Now it's all serious. Now it's all, and that's the same with social media. When Facebook first came out, when it first came out, everybody's posting, oh, this is what I had for dinner tonight.
Yeah, and the shit was fucking boring.
And yeah, it was boring, but now everybody's just fighting with everybody. There was a point where it was funny, where it was just like nothing but comedy.
No, but see, when it first started, that shit was all for old people.
True. It was the way to connect.
I made it. It was more pretty much it was more for you to connect with your family members.
Exactly.
That was how it was, and that's why I never went on that shit
right,
for years.
Because I don't think I had really any of my friends had Facebook or anything when it first came out. It was like me, my brothers, and my family. That was all they had.
Exactly, me too.
And most of the older generation nowadays don't even use social media, and that's probably the smartest decision.
They use Facebook.
Some of them, but not all.
Most of them do. I feel like
when I worked at the phone store, I can't tell you how many older people in their 50s, 60s come in. I fucking hate this smartphone. Just give me a goddamn flip phone like I used to have. I could give two shits about these apps.
Okay. So let's just say this. What app do old people use? Or older people? I wouldn't say old people, but older people.
If we're talking like a useful app?
No, what app are they using for social media?
Google.
No.
That's probably no. I would say Google's in the number one.
Okay, that's just
Siri,
for searching shit.
right.
I'm saying, like,
for social media.
Facebook. They're using Facebook.
Right. They're not using Instagram or Twitter.
Ask your mom. Ask your grandma. Hey, you got a Twitter? Nah, they ain't got no Twitter. And the only people that say, the neighbor, he goes, yeah, I got this app so I can check what Donald Trump tweeted today. I'm like, why don't you just fucking make a Twitter, dude? It's on Twitter.
Right.
No, they don't want Twitter.
I don't want Twitter, yeah. Or I don't want whatever.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I agree. And I mean, like I said, old people use that app, but also a lot of Karens use that app.
Older men
not offending
have
any Karens.
TikTok.
Yes. I think TikTok is probably the worst of the worst because so much shit on there. I mean, there's so many underage kids posting shit that they probably should not post.
Yeah, but how do you know how old they are, though?
I mean, half of them have it posted in their bio. I mean,
yeah, but most people ain't going to look at their bio. Right. They're just going to look what's on their For You page.
I mean, you can sort of tell. But, yeah,
you can tell, but
just like that one girl. No. Just like that one girl.
We're going to talk about this. I think, all right, this is off the wall for me to say.
Okay.
But people nowadays, you cannot tell how old they are. And I think this is totally off the wall. But girls, even boys too, they mature so much faster. And what I was thinking, I came up with this fucking hypothesis out of nowhere. I think it has something to do with the hormones that is put in our food.
Correct. Well,
like girls are fucking 13 looking like they're 21. You don't know, you know what I mean? When you're out in public and you're like looking and you're like, oh, like, I don't know. Like,
just like that chick at Indian Lake.
You know what I mean?
You know, just like that chicken at Indian Lake. That one girl that was like really short, really skinny, kind of looked like she was young, but she was like 40 with a kid and married.
Exactly. You
and
can't
we're like,
tell.
What? Like, you look like you're 18. Like, there's no way.
I wouldn't even say that. It's just like, it's like girls. Okay, first of all, when you break it down, girls mature a lot faster than guys do.
Correct. I agree with that. They usually are more mature at a certain age.
They mature faster. So, if you're out somewhere in a public setting, you like see a girl that you think might be attractive.
Right.
You're like, oh, she looks good. You know what I mean? Something like that. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a fucking pervert here. Like, I'm just being realistic.
Right. I agree with you.
But, you know, like, I'll be out with my brother sometimes. Mm-hmm. Well, not all the time, but, like, this has happened, like, once or twice. And it kind of checked me a little bit. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, she looks pretty good. Or my brother will come at me and be like, how old do you think this girl is? And I'll be like, I don't know, maybe like 21.
He does that.
He goes, she's 14. I'm like, why the fuck are you showing me that shit? That's fucked up.
Yeah, how is she, like, I agree with that because the worst thing is, like, we grew up on what, home-cooked meals mostly? I think I've eaten more frozen or whatever food, shit that has preservatives in it, than I have a home-cooked meal in the last 5-10 years.
We grew up on that fucking shit, too.
You grew up on nothing but home fucking frozen food?
No, there was GMOs and shit in our meals.
Well, yeah, obviously
but it got worse when we were, like, littler kids.
Exactly.
But you don't remember when we were in school and all them girls, like, I wasn't mature. I didn't look like a man at 13, 12 years old.
I remember.
And these girls were over here looking like grown-ass women. And you're like,
I remember
what the fuck?
I think it was sixth grade to be specific. I was in class one day, and this girl, really tall. I mean, she was a lot taller than most of the women and most of the boys in our class. In 6th grade, she gets her period. She basically, like, gets up, tells the teacher, I have to go to the bathroom. And I don't remember what I was doing, but I went to stand up, and she sat right next to me, and I put my fucking hand on her seat, and my hand was just nothing but covered in blood. I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, whoa, what the fuck happened? But like you said, they mature a lot faster because you think about it as a guy, you don't hit puberty till about what? Anywhere between the age of like 12 to 18. I mean, some people are late. Some people are late bloomers though.
For dudes, I don't think puberty happens as fast as it does for girls.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
It's more of a process, I would say.
Right, that's
but girls all of a sudden at 13 hit their period, and then all of a sudden they got boobs in 5 months.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's the point.
That's what it seems like.
That's what's weird.
I don't know if
what
that's
is
accurate,
weird,
but
because they hit it a lot faster. They hit it a lot younger, and then guys don't hit it until later.
There's some dudes that don't hit it till 17,
exactly.
18.
You be 7th, 8th grade in health class, and they're talking about puberty, and half the girls got fucking double D titties.
Exactly.
And you're sitting there talking about wet dreams, and you're like, huh? What's going to happen to me?
And then fucking
like
6 months later, you're like, oh shit, this is what they was talking about.
Right, my throat hurts, my voice is getting a little bit deeper. What the fuck's going on? And the girl next to you, she's been having her period for fucking 3 years.
Exactly. Like, I don't even think I started shaving till I was like maybe 16.
Right. I was going to say, I don't think I shaved.
I mean, I know I don't really have a deep voice, but yeah, I hit puberty,
exactly,
guys. Sorry.
Yeah, like, my facial hair does not, like, I cannot grow facial hair
I can grow a beard.
Like, Christian has a beard. I cannot grow a beard worth of shit. I have hair in other places, plenty of hair, but I cannot fucking grow it on my goddamn face.
You got back hair?
Not as bad, no.
I don't have
really
any back hair at all.
See, like a certain someone that we know, you know, my mom's fiance, that motherfucker looks like a gorilla. He takes his shirt off and it scares you. But
oh, shit.
Exactly. That reminds me of time. But yeah, he is a hairy motherfucker. But a lot of kids nowadays, I mean, like you said, we do not develop till later. It gets later and later, and girls get younger.
But it's always been like that, though. But true. I feel like nowadays, like, just think about when you were 13. Yeah. Like, think about you in 7th grade or whatever. Look around. Like, take a mental note and think about, what did the girls look like in your class?
A lot more mature.
There was always, you know, there was always a couple girls that looked like grown-ass women.
True, yeah.
But now, like, you know, I got a younger brother. I go to his events and shit. I see, God, this makes me fucking sound sick as fuck. But like, I'm not a fucking sicko. I'm just saying, like, you look around at the cheerleaders and
they look a lot older than they should
look
be.
a lot older than what they did when we were that age.
That's why nowadays you have to check an ID everywhere you
I know, that's what I'm saying.
It's sad, but that is the case.
It is sad.
And that's why bars do it. That's why that's why it's so strict.
It's so fucking sad. It's just because, like, I really have no idea why it's like that. And I've kind of seen some videos about the hormones in our food that make people mature faster.
Oh, there's
so I think that might be the thing, but I have no fucking idea, and it's fucking weird to me.
I mean, there's like, plenty of Netflix documentaries out there.
When I think about what I looked like at fucking like 6th grade, and what a lot of these girls look like in 6th grade, or dudes too, like they look a lot fucking older than I did.
I know.
I look like a fucking nerd.
You know
what I mean? Like I was a little kid, a little stick.
There's kids in fucking 7th grade that are 6 foot, got a fucking grown beard, and voice deeper than us.
Exactly.
And it's like, what?
I'm saying, why is that?
I
what are they putting in our fucking foods, man? You know what I mean? Like,
I agree, because I can remember back from 7th grade. I honestly, at that time, I was fucking ding-dong ditching houses, getting in trouble, fucking playing Halo 3,
exactly.
I think. Halo 3 was around that time. I think I was playing Halo 3 every fucking weekend with my best friends up north. That's probably what I was doing every single weekend. I wasn't out fucking, you know, going to parties and shit, getting pregnant like some of these kids are. The fucking fact that you got 14-year-olds having fucking babies is ridiculous.
I mean, that's been going on for a while.
It's been going on for a while, but it's more common nowadays. That's the problem.
You got 14-year-olds on TikTok shaking that ass, and that's the
fucked
problem.
up. That's what I'm saying. That's what's fucked up. And you know what the problem is? The app allows it, but if you say something controversial on the app, they take your video. Or if it's
political, or you say Trump 2020 on there, exactly. It's a big deal.
That's why TikTok. That's why they had that issue. I think that's why Trump wanted to remove it, is because of the perversion that is like. There's so many perverts on that app.
Well, duh.
That's why they wanted to take it down.
Like, I mean, let's just be
real. I get
real
the Chinese
here.
government took the information.
I'll fucking scroll through my For You page, right? It's all ass. You'll look at that shit. You're like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Let me go to her profile. 16, 17. Not all the time, but I'm just saying.
Right,
it
every once in a
happens.
while it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
And you're like, what the fuck?
Like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this?
Right.
Like, you're basically just twerking.
And the problem is,
whatever. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, I'm saying for you to be doing that at that age is wrong.
right.
But if an adult woman is on there twerking, I ain't saying that I oppose.
Right. If you're 25 and twerking, do you. But I think I always grew up with, like, even my mom, she was always like, think about your social image. You do not want to post shit on Facebook that if your company looks on there, they'll fire you for it, right? That was always a thing. Like, they track, because a lot of companies do that shit. I'm telling you, every single motherfucking company.
That's why you have your shit private where nobody can see that shit. Except for your friends. And don't be friends with nobody that you work with.
Exactly. Every major company that's on Facebook, I'm telling you, is following you somehow privately. They
definitely ain't following me.
Exactly. But they got something set up to where they can see your shit. That's why look how many people get fired nowadays for defamation of a company. They'll post something about, like, I fucking hate my job.
Yeah, that's why you don't post shit about your company on there. You just
exactly. You never talk about it.
You can't get fired for being yourself on social media. That's like, if you post some funny, provocative shit, as long as it has nothing to do with the company, they cannot fire you for that shit.
Exactly. But if you say one bad word about them, you're fucking
exactly.
gone.
That's why you don't talk about it.
And that's the problem with TikTok nowadays, too. How many motherfuckers you seen on TikTok post something that's bad about their company or something that the company does that is wrong, and then next thing you know, they're fired the next day? Or they post even a social media video while they're at work and they get fired the next day.
Yeah, you're right.
Just like that, what was it, a couple years ago? That security guard that just literally did nothing but post videos of him farting. And they fucking fired him for that shit.
That's fucking stupid.
He was literally a security guard, never showed where he worked, never showed the badge on his uniform or anything. You could just tell he was a security guard by his outfit. Never showed where he worked, never said what state he was in. Just literally posted nothing but him fucking farting. And it was funny. And they fired him. Or
Sounds about right.
Just like any person on TikTok. I've seen it a couple times on TikTok where I think one was a movie theater where these people, like, basically the guy that worked at the movie theater was like, hey, we hide a movie pass, like a $10 movie gift card around the theater. And they fired him for false information. Because, all these people are going to be coming and looking for a movie pass. Why the fuck would you if someone's making a comedy TikTok or some shit like that, that's why you should never talk about your place of work.
Exactly.
You should never
You can be
discuss
yourself
that with
as long
anybody.
as you don't mention where you work or anything like that.
Exactly. Just like you said, never add your coworkers on social media.
That's why Tony fucking fucked up. Why the hell do you have to mention that?
It is what it is. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I've had friends on social media that I've worked with. Probably not the best idea. Half of them turned out to be things you didn't want them to be. Half of them turned out to be pieces of shit, basically.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I've also had relationships within the workplace that never...
And that's where you fucked up.
Exactly. I'm going to tell you right now, any people that have not had a job or any people that are thinking about it, never fuck a coworker.
Do not shit where you eat.
Exactly. Never have a relationship or any type of feelings for anybody you work with. It may work out. If you end up developing feelings for them, one of you got to leave the company. One of you's got to go.
One of them ends up leaving regardless either way.
Right, but that's why most companies do not allow you to have a relationship within the workplace nowadays. You cannot work with the same person you're married to unless it's your business-owned company because they will fire you because it causes problems. Because what happens when you come into work that day? You're pissed off at your husband or wife, and they did something wrong, and then you guys start arguing in the middle of the workplace. They don't want that shit. That's why they let you go.
I've seen that shit happen.
Exactly. It's horrible. That's why, from experience and from the shit I've dealt with, never do it.
Of course he did
it. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. My boss at one time and I were engaged in some type of a relationship.
Oh my fuck.
This was not, if some people know me, it's not what you think it is. It's at a different location, not the job that you probably think it is. And basically, it did not end well. It did not end well. She ended up getting pissed off at me because I was doing my own thing and basically doing whatever the fuck I wanted, and it ended badly. Never do it.
All right, guys, we're going to talk about the end of this story. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to be right back.
All right, welcome back. Sorry for that little break we just took there. Hope you enjoyed whatever commercial I ended up putting in. Because fuck it. Back to the conversation we were at. We honestly don't remember. So
we're a little faded at this point.
So we're
getting towards the end.
We're going to continue on to a different topic at this point. Is there anything else you would like to talk about specifically?
Dude, you know there's always a lot of shit I want to talk about.
I know there's a lot of shit, and we could go on for days and days doing the most.
Oh, we will. Just in different segments on different episodes.
Exactly. And I hope you guys tune in to our later episodes and things. I know this one may have been a little bit of a longer episode, but we will eventually be releasing shorter episodes. We just, obviously, with the first one, we have a lot to talk about.
No, but I feel like long podcasts are the best.
Right? I do agree, something you can listen to for a while. I do hate those 40-minute podcasts. I agree with that. There's plenty of podcasts. It depends on your attention span. You can always come back and listen, You may have to pause us. You may be busy doing something. But I know a lot of you cleaning your house or doing some shit that you can turn this on and just listen to it for 2 hours. You ain't got that much of a busy life, especially with COVID going on. You sitting your ass at home. We know how it goes. We've been there. I ain't gonna lie, I be working half the time anyways. I be listening to podcasts while I'm at work because I ain't got shit to do. That's how I feel. But, getting into it though, wrapping up what we were talking about, hormones, social media, older women, whatever.
OnlyFans, Facebook shit.
Oh my god, we can go into OnlyFans if you want to. I get it. I get the platform you pay for. But some of you women, I get know your worth, but I ain't paying no $23 for your OnlyFans.
No. They say know your worth, but then they're like $9.99 a month. That's their worth.
$3.99 special. Oh, I can't fuck with you in high school because I don't like you.
But you can buy my OnlyFans for $3.99.
Right, but you can buy my OnlyFans, exactly.
And see everything that you wanted to see before. Nah, fuck that.
Basically.
Here's my opinion on it. I respect the grind.
Exactly.
I do. Make your money, girl. Make your money.
Exactly.
But would you want to date one?
Probably not.
Me either.
Some people would. I wouldn't personally.
Like I was saying before, you go to work or some shit, and your homeboy's like, damn, your girl, she really knows how to work that dildo. She really knows what she's doing. I cannot wait to see what she posts next. Nah, bitch, we done.
Unless I got that fucking eggplant pounding her ass on fucking OnlyFans and make you jealous.
Yeah, and you ain't got that.
Listen, we're not talking about penis size here.
I don't know what you got, bro. I'm just fucking around.
But an average of, what's the human average nowadays? We ain't wanting to.
Your human average is about 2.5.
Oh, fuck yourself. Give me some credit on that one.
Oh, shit.
But no, I agree. Women nowadays, like I said, nothing against people that have OnlyFans. If you have an OnlyFans, feel free to contact us. We will sponsor you on this episode.
Please come on the podcast because we want to hear your rebuttal to what we said.
I would actually like somebody on the OnlyFans. I want to talk about, we got a certain someone that is into some freaky shit. And I would love to hear somebody else that's into that freaky shit just so I can get the perspective of what the fuck goes on and how that is attractive to you.
Wait, who we talking about?
You know who we talking about.
I really don't.
I don't want to say his name. Let's talk about a certain someone that bounces from house to house.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, you're right.
A certain someone that be hitting up them bigger women at late at night when he ain't got nowhere to stay.
No motherfucker fall in love faster than somebody ain't got a place to stay.
Mm-hmm. That's why he's with some 60-year-old or some shit.
Hey, we're going to have his ass on the podcast. Just wait.
We will, and not saying that he's a bad person. We love him.
I love that dude.
We appreciate him to death, but sometimes this man does not make the best choices in life.
I'd say it's a little more than sometimes.
90% of the time, he does not make the best choices in life. But we do love him. He's a good friend, There is plenty of guests that we will talk about on this podcast that you will eventually end up meeting. I don't think there's one that I would not want to have on here.
Yeah, we got a lot of funny motherfuckers that we chill with.
Exactly. And that's what's so great about our friend group. I would rather have our friend group any day versus a strict friend group that doesn't want to do shit.
We got people of all ages that are clowns.
Everywhere. All ages, all genders, whatever you want to call it. All fucking races, everything. We got it all. We have an expansion field into everywhere, and we will get them on here, and you will have a good time with them. Like, no doubt about it. We are going to deliver a different episode with every guest we have. Like, future guests that we want to have on here, definitely JoJo. You guys will love JoJo.
Bro.
I cannot wait to
You're
get him
gonna
on.
love old T. Robinson.
Old T. Robs. We get old J. Ross on here.
Oh my god.
That man's a clown.
Just wait till J. Ross gets on here.
You guys will just do nothing but laugh at him. I mean, we love him to death, but he is a clown. I mean, there's plenty of people. I could go on and on for days. I mean, there's plenty of people from Westby that we could get on here from here.
Oh, I got hella people.
Exactly. I mean, and we're going to upgrade. I mean, we know some people. It's not like, us starting a podcast, we're not like brand new. I mean, obviously we're brand new to the game, but we have some connects. I mean, there's people that you know from Westby, and there's people I know from here that we can get on this and get some bigger people on.
Oh,
here.
we gonna bring Rashay on here too.
Oh, yeah, Rashay. I wouldn't mind getting him on here. But hell, you may see a music artist or two or some producers on here at one point.
You will.
I know you got the connects. We're going to get them on here. And I mean, definitely, like we said, we're going to do music. We're going to have a song of a day at the end of every podcast, so stay tuned into that. I will be creating a Spotify playlist for us, and we're going to take every song of the day that we do, and we're going to put it on there. We're both going to have access, and we can add whatever song you want. And if you guys want to listen to the music we listen to, I mean, it's a wide range of different music
we both
listen to.
have totally. I mean, we kind of got the same views on a lot of shit, but we both have shit that he may like and I may like.
Exactly.
So it mixes well together.
So you're going to have a wide range. I mean, I'm into some country things. You're into some country things. I'm into some sadder music. We got the wide range. We have a agreed upon music list. I like some metal and shit like that. I know you kind of dabble in it a little bit. And shit there will be literally a song for everybody to listen to. So it's not only a podcast, but we will provide you with a playlist and an experience. On social media, definitely, like I said, follow us there. You can follow us on Facebook at No AC Only Fans. The link tree is posted on there. You can follow us there at TikTok. You'll be able to see it at No AC Only Fans. You'll also be able to catch us at Instagram at No AC Only Fans and Twitter. We're on all those platforms. You can find the podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify.
We're on all platforms.
Yep. Google Play and Apple Podcasts we will be on. And basically any podcasting website, because Apple basically distributes everywhere. Once we get approval from them, it does take about a couple of days after we post our first episode. But we will be on every single platform, so you literally can listen to us anywhere. So you don't have an excuse not to listen. Because basically you can find us.
You're going to want to hear this shit.
And I'm telling you, if you had fun tonight and you laughed, you're going to laugh more. Once we get certain guests on, we get into some other stories.
This is only the beginning, guys.
Exactly. So we can't wait for you to listen along and things. Like I said, we appreciate everyone you listening. I can't wait, to continue on this journey and have more episodes and shit like that. And just basically see you guys we're probably going to do it, twice a week, you thinking?
Yeah, at least.
Hopefully, we're going to do one episode over the weekend and probably post that on Monday. That's probably going to be our schedule, and then one episode on Friday. That sound about right?
I don't know. This is
obviously you're busy this time of the year. I understand that, but we can hope to.
Nah, we're gonna make this shit happen.
Right. No matter what, we will get an episode up.
At least once a week.
I mean, at least once a week. Hopefully, Friday we'll post once a week. But if we need to, it doesn't matter what day we record on. We can save it for a later date. But hopefully, we can get some episodes up for you guys. Keep you entertained. We know how shitty the work week can be.
Oh yeah.
So we'll try to start your work week out good and end your work week good. That's definitely the goal of this podcast. We would appreciate any of your support. obviously for now, liking, subscribing,
Sharing
us.
with all your friends.
Exactly, sharing with all your friends and everything. That would be greatly appreciated from every single one of you. I mean, there's definitely different platforms. We want to reach as many people as we can. Like we said, you might not all agree with what we say. You might find us as clowns, but at least we make you laugh, and we'd hope you have a good time. And if you don't like us, don't listen. Simple as that.
Yeah, feel the same way.
If there's no reason,
If
to
you
flip
don't
out.
like us, some of your friends may.
Exactly. Some of your friends may do like us. And I mean, there might be some episodes or two that you're like, that one was trash.
That's a little edgy.
I mean, but it happens, You could feel that way. But I'm sure we will bound to make you laugh eventually, if you did not laugh already. Is there anything else you would like to say or wrap up on this podcast?
Well, guys, I will say, it's Tuesday, December 8th. It's about 10:54 at night, p.m., if you would. I think we're about to wrap this shit up. Go to fuck to bed.
We gotta say Eastern Standard Time just in case.
Eastern Standard Time.
What
Sorry.
is it? With
We're on the East Coast.
right, but with what is it? Daylight saving times. It turns into something else, not Eastern Standard Time. But whatever. We will wrap this up. We do have a song at the end of the podcast. Like I said, each day we're going to have a song, and it's going to be the daily song, basically, or the episode song of the day. Today we do have Landon Cube Soul off his new album Sapphire.
The album is fucking fire. You guys have to go listen.
It is pretty fire. If you have not listened to Landon Cube before, I would definitely recommend, especially if you like kind of MGK vibe a little bit, Little Skies, shit like that.
Yeah, he's got a lot of songs with Little Skies that blew the fuck up, so.
Young Pinch, stuff like that. Definitely check him out. Christian might know him a little bit or something, or know his producer from the old West V days. But we got a little ins and outs, and we definitely like to play a song for you. Like I said, follow us on social media. Reach out if you guys have any questions. We will be posting some questions on social media here coming this week, asking for your guys' questions, basically. If you guys want to send in a question, or you want to hear something about on the podcast be talked about, or our opinions, feel free to contact us, comment on any post, DM us any message, or if you have some shit that's funny that you want to share, a video, a picture, whatever, message it to us. We'll gather it up, we'll put it on the podcast, and we'll probably talk about it. I mean, starting out right now, unless we get 1,000 DMs in one day, and you might not make it on, but you'll definitely make it on eventually.
You'll definitely make it on at this point.
But I'm going to go ahead and play the song. I appreciate you guys listening. Peace out. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and we'll hopefully see you soon, if not Friday. And you guys have an amazing day.
Have a blessed day, babies.
And here, once again, Landon Cube Soul off the album Sapphire. Y'all have a good night.